So, hey Ruth, how are you?
Hi, Maya. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So this is going to be a really strange late night live. Right now it is 3:45 a.m. On the East Coast of the US. What time is it where you are?
It's 11:45 a.m. in the United Arab Emirates.
Okay. So almost noon, almost noon. Nice, nice. I don't know if anyone's going to tune in because it's super late here, but we'll see. But as I told you before, um I came across this really interesting post on Facebook and it inspired me to make this video and have this conversation with you because I've had a couple of these conversations before pretty recently, and questions around relationship, gender roles, who should be providing for the family are just like really, apparently they're really confusing questions for us, right? Like we just seem to be really confused. And it just makes me think that we, particularly as Black Americans, um, may not understand how much of our dysfunction and how much of our struggle is by design. And this post made me think of it because it highlights a law that was passed and enforced in the United States to pretty much force Black women to work out of the home and work for white people and make them wealthy instead of their own families. So, yeah.
No, it's pretty interesting because I was just recently watching a video where one woman was saying how in the 60s and 70s, how white women started working outside of the home for the first time. She was watching a panel, and one of the Black panelists mentioned that Black women have been working outside of the home always. And so it was just a really interesting perspective.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that perspective kind of, you know, it gives some insight as well. I guess this history that we're going to discuss right now kind of gives insight into that perspective. Um, so yeah, so let's get into it. I'm going to read this. Let me see if I can get it closer. Um, yeah, I'll just read it. So it says, Black women, we wanted to be homemakers. We wanted to teach our own. We wanted to put our families first. They used the law to force us out of our homes to work for their families while our families disintegrated. Now, they have many of us convinced it's what we've always wanted. Now, I think that was a really interesting stance because we've all heard of the independent Black woman, the strong independent Black woman who doesn't need a man, blah blah blah. And it has, I mean, as a Black American, I can attest to that. It's really common. It's really common to hear it. It's really common for Black women to accept that and to say that that's, how things are supposed to be and that they want it. That makes me think of that.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a role that just kept getting circulated until eventually everyone started believing that this is how a Black woman should be. Because even if you talk to people, they have expectations. Okay, I have a Black female friend, or I have a Black coworker, female coworker. They're gonna solve this problem, but we never actually get recognition for solving it. It's just we're expected to heal everybody, to solve everyone's issues because we're strong, we're independent.
I guess here, when it says now that they have many of us convinced it's what we always wanted, in order for us to accept that, we had to be brainwashed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, completely.
it just doesn't even make any sense. Like, and it's like not just us, like our men have been brainwashed too to expect this of us, to expect us to be work horses and work mules. You know what I mean?
And the crazy thing is, not everybody, clearly, but like, honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in not all, but like Black American men who have these ridiculous expectations of Black American women, but would never have these expectations of any other race. Like they expect other races, like even to go as far as like leaving the country to marry other races who will come back, who they bring back to the US and are, you know, the homemaker who take care of them. And they're just like, I have the perfect wife. But for Black women, it's that we have to be educated. We have to be emotionally strong. We have to take care of the home. We have to, you know, care for the home, care for ourselves, care for our spouse, have their children, care for their children, and still work.
And be
Insane.
beautiful.
And be beautiful. Oh, and we have honestly, like I feel like there is an unrealistic expectation for Black women for beauty, especially. Like they want us, like naturally we have different features. They want us to look Black, but still have somewhat Eurocentric features. Our hair has to look a certain way. Our makeup has to look a certain way, where it just like minimizes our Blackness, but they still want like bits and pieces of it, which is, and that is why, for example, a lot of, you know, white women or other races of women are getting very minimal like plastic surgery, so they look a little bit Black but not Black enough, because that's kind of what our men are expecting of us. But they would do anything for these other women, which is just ridiculous. And again, I'm not talking about all men. I'm just talking about a portion of these men.
Definitely. Absolutely. That bothers me too, right? But hey, so Complex is here. Hey Complex. You can hop on if you want to. I put the link in the chat. So if anyone's here, they can hop on. I know this is super late. But yeah, let me just continue to read this. This is crazy. And this post is kind of long, but there's a lot inside of it. So there's a reason why they want us busy working for them and not for our families. There's a reason why they want our children to be educated by them. There's a reason why they attempt to make those of us who wish to stay at home with our families and consider raising them our greatest work and achievement look and feel like underachievers or loafers. There's a reason why schools don't teach us how to have an income without working for them. Keeping Black women in service, read slavery, to them and relying on them for our survival ensures that we will also rely on them to raise, read, indoctrinate our children to continue the cycle. Oh, that's a lot. Now think about it. What do you think about it, Ruth? What do you think? You think it's a plan?
Sad truth that still exists today. Imagine how long ago that article was.
Yeah. See, I didn't see the date on the article, so let me look. Let me click on this. I don't see a date, but it looks like it may have been from the late 1800s to early 1900s, just considering kind of the historical context of what she's saying. It seems to be after slavery, but not so far after. But yeah, I mean, I think it's really interesting that it's just that in the Black community, there isn't a lot of talk about creating family businesses, incorporating family companies. And it's just like, if we don't have our own businesses and we don't have our own companies, if we don't have, you know, childcare provided by us for our own families, we have to go outside to get it, right? Like we have to go out and work, making some, you know, someone else rich. And oftentimes those other people, those company owners, those corporation owners aren't people from our communities, you know, like they aren't us. And we're going out making them rich. And then we're going out, you know, a lot of Black women. I know my grandmother, for example, she was like the typical woman that you would kind of find on The Help, you know, like you remember that movie, The Help? So she was like scrubbing white people's toilets for a living, and she was being a nanny. And it's like she had to abandon her own children because she couldn't stay at home because she didn't have a provider man at home. So she had to go out and nurture white people's families. She had to go out and nurture white children and couldn't really give that care and that nurturing to her own children. And it just creates a cycle of dependency on the people who are oppressing you when the men are not there providing for the family, and just giving that option of, you know, allowing a woman to be the nurturing entity of the relationship. Okay, so let's get back to this post. So it says, think about it. this is several decades post-slavery, and they were still continuing to make sure Black women would keep being their slaves. These white women and men were actually upset by and resentful of the fact that Black women wanted to and were able to stay at home to nurture their families, even though they did this with their own income. It says these Black women and their families were not even receiving public welfare, yet were being referred to as loafers because they refused to work for white people. How interesting is it that white women were angry that Black women didn't want to do their work for them, yet the Black women were the lazy ones? Okay, all right. So for people who kind of don't understand the context, this post is highlighting, hey Terry, how are you? Okay, so Terry and Fighter are here. All right. Yikes. Ruth, are you still there? Okay. Whose phone is
I'm
active?
still here, but my connection is really bad at the moment. So sorry, I'm not saying anything. It just keeps going in and out, and I'm not sure why.
No, it's okay. No worries.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you fine. So we're looking at this article that was found in an archive, an historical archive, in I guess like the United States periodicals, and it says Negro women to be put to work. And I can't read much of it because it's blurry, but it says, regardless of whether they want to or have to, able-bodied Negro women in Greenville who are not regularly employed are to be put to work, put in jail or fined heavily. So we're talking about. Oh yeah.
Wow, they went as far as imprisoning people.
Yeah. If we were not
That is ridiculous.
working, if we were not out of the house working, they were going to put us in jail because they know how powerful it is to have a woman at home actually taking care of your children and not abandoning the children so you can go take care of some white people's children or to go work for some white person's company or corporation to make them rich, right? Like you could build your own family up, you could build yourself up if you didn't have to be out working for someone else. I mean,
That is, it's just, I'm so surprised. It's really crazy.
yeah, I mean, but like I said, a lot of us don't realize that a lot of our dysfunction, a lot of our problems come from design, like it comes from people coming from the outside and putting systems and strategies and laws and policy in place so that we can't succeed. So fight is gonna come. Hey.
Not just necessarily the policies in place. I also think like the narrative like plays such a big role because it's one thing to have policy, but then it's another to make people believe like this is what needs to be done. Like now we have the media, and the media creates this narrative constantly. Back then it was probably word of mouth. Okay, this is their role, especially if someone is singing it. Okay, so naturally I'm supposed to have a Black woman come for work for me and take care of my household. Mm-hmm. And so as that spreads, the more like it becomes more real, because policy is nothing unless people are agree to execute it or agree to go along with it.
I don't know, Ruth. I mean, policies can lead to people getting locked up if they break the law, like, right? So I'm saying like in the article, so I mean, it literally says right here, regardless of whether they want to or have to, able-bodied Negro women in Greenville who are not regularly employed are to be put to work or put in jail or fined heavily. So they're like, listen, if y'all don't get out the house and work for us and take care of our white children and work for our white businesses instead of taking care of your own family, then you're going to go to jail or have to pay. It's and yeah, I mean, this is how you set kind of cultural norms in place, is by, using policy and law. So, yeah, you're right. The social kind of environment definitely needs to play along with it. But anyway, so Gardenia Moon, hey Gardenia Moon, we up talking about our community and how we need more provider men. Because all this dysfunction was created by design. Okay, so all right, let's see. Well, Terry says, while we have been getting the short end of the stick since forever, knowing this info informs me that the struggle was worse than I thought, shaking my head. Yeah, I mean, this was not, this is the thing. Like, I've said it a couple of times earlier, but it's just like we don't realize how much of our dysfunction is
Right,
by.
so 1 minute, I'm gonna go with the ice cream.
You gonna get ice cream. Okay, we can hear you, Complex. All right, so I'll continue.
Oh, my bad. Yo, my bad. Yo, I didn't know you get it.
You talking about ice cream?
Yo, it's late. It's late. It's late. Yo, I'm about to get hold on. About to get some light. I'm gonna mute it real quick.
Okay, so it says now, this is kind of Ruth. Can you hear me, Ruth?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So this is kind of like, this part of the post is kind of addressing what you were bringing up earlier, the first comment you brought up. It says, pay attention to the ideals of modern feminism coming from white women. While most of the time, Black women are encouraged by feminism to pursue careers outside of the home almost exclusively, the same feminism mostly teaches white women that they have the freedom to choose the life that they want. Right? Like, this is like almost like exactly what you brought up earlier.
I honestly never really identify as a feminist, only because for the longest time I just never thought feminism, like the movement, the feminist movement, necessarily wasn't for Black women. Like I feel like a lot of the struggles Black women have just doesn't go along with the feminist movement at the moment. Because I feel like with the feminist movement, like the concern is more so, okay, I want to be as naked as possible without, repercussion, or I want to do this, but ultimately what ends up happening is like Black women end up, okay, so they're following this feminist movement, and then ultimately the leaders of the feminist movement, they end up, like by the time they reach 35, they decide to leave this feminist movement and go live the lives that they actually want, while Black women are kind of left in the dust. Like, of course, I want to be treated with respect as a human being. I want to be paid equally. And I don't want, like, the way I look. Like, I don't want to be objectified, but I just think the movement is just counterproductive. Like, it's not for Black women in general at all.
You know, of course, exactly. It wasn't designed for us, right? Like, it wasn't, the movement was not created with our struggles in mind. It was created for the struggles of white women in mind. And we all know their struggles were not as severe as ours. So, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Okay.
Not just worse, still are not as severe till this day.
No, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So the Empress says the provider men are getting scammed by Russian mail order brides. The Empress, girl, do you want to get on here and talk with us, the Empress? I'll send you the link. If you click on this link in the chat, you can come through and have a conversation with us. You always come in. You always leave comments. You always leave little chats. It would be nice to hear from you. No pressure though, no pressure. So Terry says, yeah, Terry, look. Ruth, look, Terry's shouting you out.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
See, Ruth, you need to start that channel. Terry's gonna be your first subscriber. She said, Terry says, there's my other girl in here too, Ruth. Oh, I love her intelligence and humble perspective. Oh, yeah, Ruth is awesome. I love Ruth too. All right, great. Let's go back. Okay, now further along the post it says here, being a stay-at-home wife and mother is far more valuable. Oh, being a stay-at-home wife and mother is far more valued and respected as a worthy choice for white women, while the same choice is frowned upon for Black women. Oh my goodness, Ruth, what can we say about that? What can we say about that?
Okay, read it one more time.
Okay. It says, being a stay-at-home wife and mother is far more valued and respected as a worthy choice for white women, while the same choice is frowned upon for Black women.
It's definitely an interesting statement.
Yeah,
It's
yo,
like,
what's good?
hey, did you just
Yeah,
listen
Can you?
to?
y'all can hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Damn, what the fuck?
we can hear you.
All I want to say is this is a random thought, yo. This is a random thought. I'm high as fuck, but yo, this is a random thought.
Oh,
Yo, I'm
really?
I'm over here laying down. Yo, it's dark as fuck outside, right? Is where I'm at is 4:05 a.m. where I'm at, and the birds is outside chirping already. I'm like, damn, why the fuck they up so early? Like, I'm like, and then I'm thinking, oh, you know what? They probably don't have a provider at home to get them that worm real early. So
You
so
know
the
what?
mom gotta wake up extra early to struggle, and
I'm
she
done.
gotta go get the worm
Listen,
extra early.
you just crashed our
I
discussion.
can hear you, yo. I can't hear you. I'm gonna leave and come back. I can't hear you.
Somebody come get him, please. Capri, hey girl, you want to come talk to us? Hey, don't nobody want to talk. See, don't nobody want to share their voice. But look, I'm super nice.
Yeah,
I,
sorry, my connection keeps going in and out as well. So,
okay, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. You can.
but
Mhm.
I do have a question for that guy when he comes back on. What's his name? I didn't see his name.
Oh, his complex. Oh man, here he comes again. But
Complex.
actually, let me just review the Empress comment. So the Empress says, "I would, but I really need to get to bed. Perhaps another time. Look up Dr. Jonathan Farley, the Black Oxford-educated mathematician that got scammed. Oh gosh, I've heard of him. The Empress. I've heard of him. Oh, sorry, Capri. I didn't know you were a dude. Sorry, I didn't know.
Yo,
Uh,
your universe. So what you thought about that? That
um,
that's probably
I
a single bird that she's single and the dad ain't around. She's not a
see.
provider taking care, so
I really, you want to come here crash and talk? Why?
yo, yo, I'm joking. You know what? I'm not gonna be as aggressive. I can't be aggressive no more, man. People can't
No,
take it.
people
So
are very upset. People were messaging me talking about why he calling that lady out her name. Like, you can't do that.
all right, you're right. You're right. I'm not gonna be so aggressive, my man.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, okay. Let me just read this for you. Let me just, cause Ruth, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. Still a
Okay,
little bit choppy in the connection, but I'm still here.
okay. Like,
What's up, Ruth? Babe
Hi, how
Ruth.
are
What up,
you?
Babe Ruth? What up? What up?
oh my goodness. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What y'all think about this? So, being a stay-at-home wife and mother is far more valued and respected as a worthy choice for white women, while the same choice is frowned upon for Black women.
Um. Well, yo, to be honest with you, man, a lot of the places I've worked or a lot of people I know, a lot of people that I know, even middle class or like the higher tier middle class, they all the women work also, right? And the man works also, and they seem happy. Like I don't know, I always thought that was like almost normal, like where it's like teamwork. I don't know. Am I weird for that? Like, am I weird? Like, I always thought like I always saw beautiful women who were single and black. I mean, I grew up on Hispanic and black women, so I always would see that these black and Hispanic women were very attractive, and they were getting these degrees and owning these businesses and entrepreneurs. I'm like, okay, this is dope. I'm like, I want me one of those. Like she got it all. She could cook, clean. She's a psychologist. She's a massage therapist. She got a business. She's beautiful. Like, damn, I want that. So now when people coming to me with this,
Ruth,
I this like gold digger mentality, like this is shocking to me. Like
right.
all the girls I know, they ain't like this. Like, what the
Ruth.
fuck? Like,
Okay, so Ruth was just actually talking about that, about the expectations.
okay.
But like that's what's been fed to you. Like honestly, that's the narrative that you have been given for probably as long as you can remember. Like those are unrealistic expectations to have for people, especially women.
The Empress said, "I'm exhausted. Just listen to him." Me too, the Empress. I'm exhausted. Good Lord, you want everything. You want an octopus.
Yo, let me tell you
Hey,
something. Well, you know what? I guess I'm out of that. I'm out this convo because yo, it's easy for me to find these women. Like, or maybe I'm just fortunate. Like, is the universe like? Does the universe love
hold on,
me?
hold on,
Like,
hold on, hold on,
I
hold on,
think
hold
the I think the
on.
universe loves me.
I think you missed the first part where we're talking about a law that was passed in the United States back in
Yeah, I saw
the
that with the black women.
they were forced to be put out the house and work for white families and not take care of their own children and families.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. Like, I really gotta look that into depth.
Yeah, definitely. Greenville. Look up the law. Negro women required to work. It's right here.
Right.
You can just look at this. So it's just like I just want to let you know that okay, actually let me continue to read. Let me continue to read so you can see the point. Because you kind of missed a lot. So it says here, when black women do stay home, it must be a temporary thing. You must be a work-from-home wife and mother. As if black women are not worthy of the option just to be at home indefinitely for the sake of their families. As if black women are not worthy of being provided for and protected by their husbands. Heck, black women aren't even worth marrying if you believe the narrative. Black women are only useful for sexing, making more and more black babies to later be indoctrinated as slaves and work at jobs to make the white men who own and run the businesses get the most of their lives on after work. Okay? It says not to mention that black children are not considered valuable enough to receive such a high level of care. They're supposed to be left vulnerable to be unprotected from any and all manipulation, indoctrination, and abuse directed at them. Um, it's just interesting. So in the beginning, it says here, black women, we wanted to be homemakers, we wanted to teach our own, we wanted to put our families first. They used the law to force us out of our homes to work for their families while our families disintegrated. Right? So you wonder why you can find so many women like this is because it's been designed like this. You know, oppressors have put this in place so that black women have had to be outside and work. They've had to be super women without having the privilege of being fully taken care of, you know. So I mean, we have to take that into account when we think about how we want to conduct our lives and our behavior and how we want to create our own families. You know, it's good.
Okay, so the fact is, whether that's true or not, because that's like what is that called again? That's like a thesis, right? Someone wrote a thesis.
No, that's it was a newspaper. It was a
Okay,
newspaper.
okay, newspaper, but then someone wrote that's journalism, because they're putting their thoughts behind it, right?
No, it's just a post. Yeah, someone responding to.
Oh, okay, so they're putting like a little Facebook thesis. They're putting their personal opinions behind a historical event. So I would have to look more in depth to because I can't just take anyone's word. I mean,
I
so
mean,
all I'm saying is I understand what you're saying in a way, like the Willie Lynch thing where
I mean, if
so
you know
I
about Willie Lynch, but the thing is, if you know about Willie Lynch, this should be kind of just really easy for you to accept.
Well, I have a question. I have a question for you, Complex. Do you have a lot of like black or like women of color around you?
yes, and when I lived in Dominican Republic, I think that's why I love African American women so much, because when I lived in DR, I had like eight, well, not eight, it was like 6 7 female cousins in the house, because when I was 8, I lived in the slums in DR. So, and I remember it was my grandmother, my aunt, and like 4 or 5 female cousins, and they were all these very melanated women, and everyone in that neighborhood, in that town. So yeah, that was around black women. So this is why I come off with this pro-black ideology, because I grew up this is what I grew up around.
Well, my question basically is, so with these women that you have around you, like think about their age, specifically for women that are like 25 to about 40. How many of them are married, like that are successful and married?
um well, like a lot of women, a lot of women that I grew up with, like from school or cousins
No,
I have
well, here in the US, not in the DR.
in DR. All right, so a lot of the
No, here in the US, I'm saying, like, just out of the people that you know here in the US that are successful, that are career driven, that are strong, that are independent, how many of them have either a live in partner or are married from the ages of 25 to like 40 or even older?
I know a lot of women that are in them situations. You
Are
know,
what?
married and doing good. And I know that are married.
But is it a large number or is it a smaller number?
I mean, it's like damn near 50-50. Like it's damn near 50. Like everyone that
Okay,
I know that
well, that's good because like the people.
it's 50-50.
Well, I was saying that's good because like the women around me, a lot of times, like I know so many amazing, career-driven, intelligent, successful Black women who have a lot to offer, who keep ending up in relationship after relationship without an actual commitment because of that narrative. Men are like, okay, I'm with this woman. What can I gain from her? So it ends up being a thing where it's like, okay, what can I gain from this woman? I admire her, but ultimately it's gaining from them and then leaving and going to marry someone who has literally nothing to offer. That's what I see around me, in my honest
Yeah,
opinion.
I've
And
seen
it
that.
goes back to your question.
Yeah, yeah,
You speaking about the men have
yeah.
nothing to offer.
No,
What?
Oh,
no, no, no.
oh no no
She's
no. I'm not no. I'm literally asking what that
no,
last little sentence you said.
no, no, no. That's not what she's saying. She's saying the men that marry these successful women end
Uh
up
huh.
end up leaving them for women who don't have anything to offer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I just didn't hear that part.
Yeah, so you take, and it goes back to what you asked earlier, like, why are you guys up so early? Don't you have a man to take care of you? The reality is, like, we could, but like, the reality is for a lot of Black women, like, think about the numbers. If you look at statistics and numbers in the US, like, 20 years ago, 42% of Black women never marry in their lifetime, but Black women are also one of the most educated groups of people in the United States, and they never marry. And so it goes back to your question. A lot of people don't have that luxury. And this is the reality, don't have that luxury to have someone at home to take care of them or to even take care of, to wake up early and take care of them without having to work or without having other obligations. Like, the numbers are out there.
I mean, like I said, man, men lie, women lie, and numbers can be altered. So it all depends on what when you look at statistics, people use the numbers they want to use. They use like if you ask random, like if you ask people is money important, and you go ask that at a strip club at all the strippers, they all gonna tell you hell yeah, money's important. If you ask 50 strippers and in a survey is gonna be 800% or 90% is gonna say yes, money is important. So they look at these numbers and statistics is it's to help someone's, how can I say this, agenda, what they want to push. So sometimes you can't even believe in the numbers. Sometimes
Oh yeah,
all I know is that a lot of times in the US, isn't it supposedly that 50% of marriages fail and it has to do with finances? Like, isn't that a fact, or is that not true?
well, according to you,
Well, I'm just,
anything could be false due to how you manipulate statistics.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, I mean, it can be. Let's not make it.
That's what things. I mean, I don't know. Having experience in academia, like I'm not saying we should just take things, you know, as they say them just because they're coming from large research institutions. But if they're coming from like large, respectable research institutions,
Yeah,
of course we have to.
respectable people lie too.
Oh yeah, of course they do.
well, like what I'm saying is look around your environment.
Right, right. Um,
Like be aware, not maybe just like be aware of because like the only reason I believe these statistics is because when I moved to a larger city, I started seeing it more often. In smaller cities, it's probably, or rural areas, it's maybe a little bit less likely. But in larger cities, you will see high numbers of
Right.
women who have to do everything with multiple children without a father in sight. And it goes back to what this article is kind of saying, you know, like Black women are good enough to sleep with, they are good enough to be employed, but ultimately they don't deserve the stability the home creates. And then you have this narrative that's also been fed to not only like Black men, but in general, like the media has been feeding it to everybody. You know, look for a woman that can do everything.
I mean,
That's like having
It's
five full
unrealistic.
jobs.
I mean,
Like you have the job of being a model, a caretaker, a homemaker, a nanny, a cook, a maid, like a business owner. Like you gotta have like 10 full-time jobs for someone to be like, oh yeah, I want to marry her. But white women, on the other hand, all they gotta do is look good, and people want to marry them. And it's like, and even Black men, it's just like, it's. I mean, the point. I think the real point of the post is that Black women deserve to have the option to not have to do all that. They just
I
deserve
agree with that
okay.
completely.
I mean, just like any other woman don't have to. It's just like, why should Black women be these workhorses and work mules? I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like even though a lot of even the white people I know, their wife got something. Or she's an author and makes money, or she's a doctor, or she's a dentist, or
That's the thing. The thing is, she had the choice though.
or-
It's like a lot of Black women don't have the choice. Like she had the choice to be like, a lot of Black women have the choice to be like, okay, I just want to be taken care of. I want to be a stay-at-home wife and mom, and like that's a lot of work.
yeah, I feel like a
Or
man.
you're one.
I feel like a lot of men. I feel like a lot of men sometimes say, "Damn, yo, life is hard. I wish. I mean, I could just win the lottery and not work anymore." Like a lot of people wish
Mhm.
life was easy,
Mhm.
but unfortunately, it isn't. Unfortunately, life isn't easy. Uh, unless you
What
came
we
up
got
in
men
money.
for, though. That's what we got men for. That's why they stronger. That's why they bigger than us.
I mean, at the end of the day, like we could talk about this all day long about hypergamy, but in a way, like men, like if a man meets a woman, he naturally is gonna wanna be like, she's doing good, and I want her. I want to make more than her. Like a man naturally wants to do that, believe it or not, right? Isn't that the mentality behind hypergamy or the whole point of hypergamy?
I mean, yeah,
That
most men,
man wants to provide.
yeah, definitely. Most men that I know definitely want to be the breadwinners. They want to make most of the money. And
Right,
from what I've seen, if they don't, say if their
right,
wife makes more than I've seen, like I've had very two close examples of that. They
yeah,
start to go and look for women who are quote unquote at a lower level so they
hmm
can feel masculine, so they can feel like this other woman looks up to them, so that male ego can be stroked. Like that male ego can't be stroked if their woman is making more money than them.
right.
It's harder.
So my thing is like, if like me, I think outside the box. So when I see that, I know the science behind it. So I'm telling myself, even if if this woman leaves me because she feels like I'm showing insecurity or whatever, then it's whatever. Like that's the type of mentality I have. Like, yo, if she leaves, she leaves. Like, I guess like I've been fortunate enough to get women in my life. I don't know. I don't like, oh my God, she's gone. It's over for me. Like, I don't have that mentality. Like, there's a bunch of beautiful women out there. And I know that if something falls off with one, I could just get another. And on the meanwhile, I'm building myself up. Like,
You
I'm
think it's
not
always gonna be
like
like that?
that's my mentality. Like, I see
You think
life.
listen, hold on. You think it's gonna be
Oh,
like that when you're 60?
you said what?
You think it's gonna be like that when you're 60?
I hope when I'm 60, I'm very successful, so I could just, if that by then I can't get somebody to love me for me, then fuck it, I'll just get one of these 30-year-olds, man. Or
I have
I'll
a
get
question for you, Complex. How old are you? Just curious if it's
I'll get
okay for. Hello? Are
Did
you
you
still
hear her?
on?
Complex. I don't
Maybe
think,
his connection went bad.
yeah, maybe. But the Empress, let's just Complex, we can't hear you. So if you need to go leave and come back, you can do that. But the Empress wanted to say something to you, Ruth, and us actually. She said, but they do have something to offer though themselves. Like when we were talking about women, the women, the little young ones that the man will take on after they feel emasculated by their breadwinning wives.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I would just want to say the Empress, you're absolutely right. They do have something to offer, and it is themselves, right? Like feminine presence is worth a lot. However, just to reason with the male on the panel, we just use that type of wording so that it could be more, he could grasp that concept a little bit better. But you're right, the Empress. I agree.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just felt like shit. Like, I mean, I find that sexy too when a woman, I mean, she bought her shit. Like I find that attractive. Like, I don't know. So,
we understand, but we're not really trying to cater to what you find sexy, sir.
oh yeah. I'm not saying like I'm trying to bag y'all. I'm saying that when I'm out there in the world and I see that, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, damn, if she about her shit, like, okay, I would like to see what she's about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That lady had a 40 years.
It'd be interesting to see how
I mean, I don't want a woman to like. I don't want a woman to take care of me. Like, that's not the point. I don't want a woman to take care of me. I'm my own man.
But you don't want to give your woman the option to just like not have to be a work mule.
Yeah, that's options are beautiful.
Not answering the question.
Options are beautiful. I mean, yeah, why not? I love options. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
See, okay, anyway. So Gardenia Moon says that's how they get when they're older. Literally had a 40-something-year-old patient tell me he only was with this woman so she could take care of him. He ain't even like her. Talk to her crazily. Ooh. Gardenia Moon, you wanna hop on the panel?
I mean, I don't know. The only woman that took care of me really was my mother and my grandma. So I don't really know any other woman that took care of me. I always felt like, yo, I'm out here on my own. Like, I'm a lone wolf. Like, I gotta find a way to make it. So I don't know what she's talking about right there.
Yeah. Some men are definitely like that. I've had men tell me they want to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. I don't know. Like like an example, my dad, he was a huge role model, right, for me. So he how can I say this? Like, he don't really need a woman. Like, my dad, he know how to cook, clean, do his laundry. He know how to sew. He know how to iron. He's a smart man. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I come from a dope ass lineage.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like, the guys you're talking about, I don't really know, man.
So here's the thing, and this is something I hear from, like, okay, so one of my cousins owns a home healthcare agency, because in the United States, like, we basically, our culture treats elderly people like trash, pretty much. Like, we don't take care of them like we should. So a lot of times we send our elderly people to the nursing home or assisted home, whatever. So a lot of these women, I used to work with these women, and a lot of these women are like, yo, like, do you know how many old men we find that's like dead alone, and like they died and no one knew where they were for like months, for like weeks, months, because they just didn't have no family, didn't have no wife, they didn't have no kids, like they didn't, they just didn't play their role. Like, they didn't take care of their kids, they didn't take care of their women, and they just died alone. And it's just like, so a lot of men, it's like when men get like 45 and 55, they hit these like midlife crises where they're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die alone. And then they jump to trying to find a woman that will care for them and be there for them in their golden years, right? So you're saying that now because you're very, very young. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you get older, it's gonna be different. Like, a lot of men who just play the field, until they like 50, they regret that stuff because they don't got no legacy. They don't got no family. They don't got nobody to take care of them.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, you can say that now, definitely. I think all men should just do what they need to do right now. So when they get older, they ready. You know, they ready. That's it.
I don't know. I just like to think highly of myself, and I feel like when I'm 35, my life ain't over. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like my dad,
Complex. We
yeah,
not talking about 35. We talking about 60 and up, homie. Like we not talking about
no,
35.
shit. Hey, we'll see, man. Hey, cause well, you know, David Letterman, he had a baby when he was like 70 years old. So shit, I mean, David Letterman. I mean, and yeah, I'm trying to get bread. Like I'm not trying to be regular. I'm trying to. I don't know. I guess I still having a crazy imagination, but I want to be very wealthy and build something. I don't know if
Nobody's
that.
saying that you can't do that. They just,
Or
I mean, I hope that for everyone. I
so
do.
I like I want to have the option to get one of these like women that are so beautiful and are dumb as shit. You know, like oh my god, hell my god, like can I go get like some Louis Vuittons? Like I want to be able to get that, but not get it. So like I said, options are beautiful. But you know, that's just me. Like, and I'm not calling you dumb because I doubt you don't sound dumb to me. You sound kind of intelligent. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Ruth, did you have something to say?
I
And
can't hear anything. But I was trying to ask you earlier.
with the provider thing too, you gotta have a certain look too. I feel like if you're gonna say you want a man that he provides, he gotta have a certain. You have to have a certain look. I mean, so like I feel like if that's what you're looking for, the less pleasing you look aesthetically, I mean that nigga's not gonna be really making that much. So the better you look, the higher, the richer guy you could get. I mean,
Typically, yeah. I mean, typically that's very true. Okay, Ruth, did you got something to say? You have something to say?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was trying to ask you earlier. If you don't mind, how old are you? Complex.
I'm 27.
You're 27? Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. Just for perspective, like to give me a little bit of perspective.
Right. I mean, I know, and it's like, and it's not like this is not like something I just came up with. This is something like people I look up to and respect and do well in life. This is the talks they give me, the talks that they sit me down and they. I'm like, okay, word, and I took the game in, I soaked it up. I'm like, okay. And these are men that I respect. And now when I see them, they are doing good. It seems like they have a beautiful family and they're living good, living happy. So I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah, but as a 27-year-old, nobody is really looking to you to be a provider. That's like no one would really come to you with that conversation. Like if they had any sense, like this is for men 45 and up usually. So
okay. So what's the
Well, I think.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I think because you mentioned something about like Louis Vuittons or just like luxury items. Like I think you're just thinking about it more so like on the extreme end of things. Like when someone when we're talking about providing, it doesn't necessarily mean like what's it called? Like Louis Vuitton is what, $1,000. It's not about going to buy the Louis Vuitton shoes or the bags or anything like luxury. It's being able to provide a home where the woman can have the option to just take care of the children. You could buy her like regular things, like most people cannot afford the luxury stuff, but if you provide the home and tell her, hey, I support your role and what you choose, especially as you are taking care of the family, because I can guarantee you, I feel like,
okay.
and
Now
I
I
always tell
understand.
my
Now I
brothers.
understand what you're saying. Now I understand what you're saying.
definitely, like we're not.
I
Yeah.
promise. I promise. Now I understand what you're saying. Because for you to ask a guy at 27 when he's like you could say he's like some people at 27 still trying to find themselves.
You're
That
building, like, those are your building years.
right. That's when you're still trying to travel and you're still trying to live life. So okay, now I understand what you're saying. So you're talking about, if you're talking to a man that's 35, 45, at by the time he reaches that age, he should have that mentality when he's in his 20s that he wants to reach that pinnacle. Like, yo, when I get to that age, I want to be able to have the option to tell the woman I love, yo, you know what? You sell your business or this and that, or that's why I said options is a beautiful thing. So yeah, once I get to that age, and yeah, I would love to have that option. I would love to have that
If
option.
you read about any like successful man, in my own personal opinion, I think a man only becomes better when they have a woman to take care of their home. Like, I feel like they are able to excel more in life overall. Like, read about any man that's successful, whether it's you know, Bill Gates or whoever that you think is successful. They'll tell you about the woman in their life,
Mhm.
President Obama, that helped propel them to where they are. And sometimes that's what you need. You need someone at home to take care of other things at home while you go out and
Yeah,
pursue a
definitely.
career. Like, I think like the partners, huh?
Yeah, here's the thing, like, your home is your sanctuary. If you don't have someone supporting you at home, or like keeping order, keeping clean, like keeping like a nurturing place for you to kind of recharge from when you get out of the world to come back home, it's kind of like, how are you ever going to recharge to go back out there and do your thing, you know? Like,
You know, like, this article is pretty interesting though, because if you look at all the different perspectives about like women being in the home, like, I think it probably can go further than just caring and nurturing for the children. Because I think a lot of like it becoming a law at the time, I think a lot of these white men understood the role women played at being home and how to make, how to help a man become better. So if a woman's at home, a black woman especially, and she encourages her man to pursue better things, that could be a threatening aspect for, the white man. And then that's competition.
of course. The nurturing at home doesn't start with children. It starts with nurturing the man, like, right? Like, you have a man first and then children.
Yeah, I'm not saying like necessarily just nurturing the man. I'm just saying being in the home, like a woman being in the home, I think benefits everybody.
Of course it does.
Everybody, the children, the spouse, everyone, even herself. Like, you become better. And I think that's maybe the part we might have missed a little bit.
I mean,
It's not just necessarily like one person or one thing.
definitely. And then when they wrote that law, when they write these laws down, they know exactly what they're doing. It's not a coincidence that they're like, listen, any able-bodied black woman has to be out of the home. They knew what that would do. They knew what that would do, you know?
Yeah, I think that could, like, I think they definitely realize how significant having a woman at home could be for everything.
Mm-hmm. Ruth, you have Gardenian Moon. She wants to know, in you guys' opinion, what does it mean to nurture your man?
For me, to nurture your man, I would say just, encouraging and, taking care of things at home, if that's what you choose to do. And just, yeah, tell him that he is capable to achieve what he wants to achieve. Like, I think that's what it is basically. I'm not talking about coddling. I think, see, I have two terms I like to use. Like, I use coddling when you're like overbearing and you're doing everything for the guy, but nurturing is encouraging them to do better, not only for themselves, but for the family.
So I think, in my opinion, creating a sanctuary is the first step in nurturing, because it's just like to keep the balance between the masculine and feminine energy. So if you're going to be the source of feminine energy, the primary source of feminine energy, we have to acknowledge that men are going out and doing things that we'd be less comfortable doing. Whether that be working 12-hour shifts, doing something really complicated, right? So, I mean, just appreciating that and respecting that to make sure when he comes home, like, there's order, you know, there's peace, there's a place where he can recharge. I think that's just the first step. And then it depends on the exact man and his preferences. But some people like a lot of affection, you know, like some people like an artsy environment. Some people like an aesthetically pleasing environment. So, you know, you can create that within the home. I mean, the home is a really important place. But I don't think it's seen that way. Look at Sergio. Sergio, hey,
I,
you know,
I, you know, we spoke universe, and you said something about no, you said something about I think you're just the type of guy that doesn't take care. I think that's what you said, right? And so do you believe that there's men that don't that you know there's a bunch of men, there's men that they're deadbeats, they have kids and they don't take care of the responsibility. You have men that make I money, like they're making okay money, but they'll get a broke ass woman, right? And then you know to her she's in, oh my god, I'm living good, but when in reality she's not, you know, but he's taking care of all the bills and she's just living there, and they might have a baby and then they're gonna, you know, raise that baby.
No, I think that's a man that takes care, you know, like it doesn't matter like your position, you know, as
But
long as you creating that environment where she is supported, I think that's defined as taking care. It doesn't matter like the level, you know.
okay, so you're telling me that if you the advice you would give a girl is, listen girl, you know, you don't got a job or nothing. I mean, but you're 22 and you look nice, ma. You got nice body on you, nice face. You're real pretty. You're real girl, and you know how to cook a good plate. So I mean, you better go to the club and chill. I mean, chill with the dudes that you see got the nice expensive clothes on that look like they got a little something.
Or
Walk to the parking lot, and you might see he got a nice car, and then those are the type of guys you give a opportunity to. The ones that they look like they got something. Cause you know, you out here, you doing bad, but you look pretty, so you got that going for you. So is that the advice you would give a girl that's 22 and unemployed but looks great?
sure, yeah. But maybe not exactly like that. I think I would encourage her to maybe date older. Um, yeah, and date, just date, period, and just
Right.
be kind of, you know, also have your own goals. But I think, especially if the girl didn't have like a strong, so like a support system,
Right.
if she didn't have that, I would definitely be like, please go find a man that will treat you right and support you so you can achieve your goals. Like, so maybe you can go to school. So maybe you can like start a business. So maybe you can, you know what I mean? Like, and if she was the type of woman that really couldn't do any of those things, I'd just be like, well, if you want to have a family, maybe you could do that, you know. But if there's a woman, I mean, because a lot of girls are out here, they don't have strong support systems from their family. So
Right.
having a man that would care for them and take care of them and support them is kind of really important. So they
Now,
can
now,
stay out there.
now, do you believe a man of high value um doesn't sometimes have a standard too? Like, you know what, I want a woman that's successful. Is that wrong for a man to have that as a
Nope,
standard if
it is
he's
not wrong.
high value?
It is not wrong. But you know, I know a lot of men, high value men,
Yeah.
that some of them only. I think though. Okay, here's the thing. From my experience, there are two types of successful men.
Okay.
There's the type of successful man that has to scrap and work really hard to get what they got. So they don't really want to just give. They don't give their wealth away easily like that, right? They don't give themselves away like that.
Mm-hmm.
They like to have someone who can empathize and understand that type of struggle to get where they got. Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
there's then there's a wealthy type of man that really didn't have to work that hard, kind of got lucky. Usually comes from a lot of privilege. That are just like, yo, they don't care, and they'll just give out like it's nothing. Like trust fund kids, like I don't know, people in the old boys club. You know, like they give out stuff really easy because it came to them really easy.
Oh, okay. So got you. So my mentality is different because I came up from a struggle. So that's why my mentality is different.
Of course it is. And I mean, like in this type of sphere, in these type of conversations, like we know that we know why a lot of Black and Latino men. Well, actually, I would say Black men, like because I don't know, like from what I've heard, for Black women that date Latino men, they don't really want them out here working like that. It's just mostly Black men. That's just once. But the
Right.
thing is, it's like when Black men. Here's the thing: when Black men date non-Black women, though, it's a different story. Like they'll be the providers, no questions asked. But when it comes to a Black woman, it's like, what do you bring to the table? So that's weird to me. But
Right.
anyway, it says Gardenia Moon says, okay, I agree. I like that perspective because I've seen a lot of women online saying you should only nurture your kids, not the man. But I don't necessarily think nurturing means a lot of yeah, it definitely doesn't. It just means creating like a perfect environment and providing what he wants, like providing that source of feminine energy, like affection, you know, receptivity, listening.
Okay. So not so y'all don't want a guy that came up on on his own. I mean that he's building his empire. You want a guy that came from the empire. You want a guy that really came from that lifestyle.
No one is saying that. We just want men that know their role as providers. That's it. It don't
Oh.
matter how. It's important that he has stability and
Mm-hmm.
he's ready to play his role. That's it. That's it.
Or to play his role in your life.
No, just play his role as a man in the world.
Oh no, not no. See that's your idea, not
Well, I
the.
mean, we talked about this last time when we talked about nature laughs last and how at the end of the day that male ego is going to kick in. And that male ego is going to want to be a protector and a provider. That's just like biology. So the man, we just want a man that's ready to play his role, use the testosterone, forget it was for what it's there for. You know what I'm saying? Like use it for what it's there for.
Okay. Okay.
Ruth, are you still there? She gone. She's sleeping.
Yeah,
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
she probably gotta leave and come back. Or
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave and I'll come back.
Okay. But I feel like this conversation has been a little bit more successful today.
yeah, because I'm not really like being as aggressive. I'm being more calm,
Is
I
it
guess.
because you smoked a little bit?
Maybe because I smoked a little bit and I'ma just not really because I smoke, just more because I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me try a different angle. I mean, to see maybe if I can understand. So I understand a little bit what you said,
I
but
mean, I was
I I I,
hoping.
I feel like okay, all right. To be honest with you, let's say like 100 is like if it's on a scale, right? 100 is a guy who wants a woman to take care of him. You know, like a bitch ass nigga, like he just wants a woman to take care of him, right? Or we're talking about 0 is a gold digger, right? I think you're too much on that scale of the gold digging side. You're not a complete gold digger, but you're like leaning to that side. Like you're like one or two negative situations away from being that. I mean, and as a man, I'm never gonna be looking for a woman to take care of me. Like I would never do that because I gotta learn. I gotta know how to take care of myself as a man, and I've proven that I could do that. So I mean, I learned that at a young age. At 15, I was already working. I know the value of work. I know what comes with hard work. I know it. Like even like I could use as a metaphor to boxing. Boxing is you get back what you put in, and that taught me a lot of discipline. And maybe because I have a different mentality than other people, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to incorporate the article in Post today to give more of a historical context of why there's this imbalance, particularly in the Black community when it comes to gender roles and just a lot of absent men. Like, I was really lucky to have a Black provider father, but a lot of Black Americans, not like I'm not talking about
Yeah,
people.
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
We don't have that. Like, I was super lucky. You know, I'm in a like minority 30% or less, where it's like I had a father who was there and played that role. And I think it's because he's much older. Like, my father's in his 70s, you know. So it's like much, much older than people my age. Their fathers are much younger. But I don't
Like
know.
I know this girl that I know what you're talking about. I know this girl, very attractive. I went to high school with her. She she had a father that provided too. I mean that bought her a car when she went to school, bought her a car and give her money here and there to help her out. And she became a dental hygienist. And she's gonna be making decent money. So I already know that naturally she's gonna want to be with a man that's similar to her dad. So I understand what you're saying. Like, so when she come out there, she's not gonna mess with a dude that's making less than her. Like, she's not gonna, in a sense, downgrade, right?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be smart for either of them because he's gonna feel emasculated and she's not gonna feel
Right.
as feminine as she could. You know what I mean?
Because she sees that masculinity in a person that makes more money than her. She's gonna see it like, oh, okay, like I mean, like we can't make it seem like that money ain't something. Money is something. I mean, that makes people's eyes light up.
And here's the thing, like, and here's another aspect of the whole like equation, right? So Jerome, hey Jerome, um, he said, "Damn, I come from money, but I'll date a broke woman." I mean, a lot of men will though. A lot of men will date broke women because I don't know. Just from my experience, a lot of men they don't really care about a woman's pockets like that. Like, I mean, most men that I know, they just care, do she look good? Like, what she look like? That's it. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, other things are definitely important other than looks. There's no way I would, even if I
Yeah,
wouldn't date someone based off of looks alone. But a lot of men, that's their primary concern, like what she look like, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
I don't know. That shit sound beautiful when you, such and such, you Miss Universe, Trip, da da da. She's 5'7", da da da. Waist is this, has nice lips, nice hair, and she has this degree, makes this annually. Like, on paper, that just sound good too. Like, it sound good. You walk with a certain, like, you walk like you going somewhere. I mean, when you bought your shit, I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, I understand
Just
what you
trying to walk.
really do, but it just in general, like relationships that have more of a okay. How about this? Look at it like this, okay? Complex. You can look at it like this. Hey, Jerome, if you want to hop on, you can do that if you want to. There's two things I wanted to say. So you
Right.
were like, "Oh, I'm leaning towards a gold digger or whatever," like blah 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 blah. That's
Let me ask you this one thing. Do you think I'm leaning on, like, almost like, oh, I want a woman to take care of me? Like, do you think I have that
no,
mentality?
I don't think you want a woman to take care of you, but it comes off as if you don't want to take care of a woman. And that's fine. Like, a lot of men don't, particularly Black men don't want to do that. We've been conditioned that way.
Okay. Okay.
So, but anyway, think two things. Ruth, are you here? No. Anyway, there are two things that women should really consider. So you know how I'm pretty sure you've seen those relationships where a woman and a man stay together for years, like, and they'll never get married, and it's just kind of like, okay, what y'all doing? That man can walk away from the woman after like 5, 6, 7 years, and it ain't nothing, and he go get somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Time.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you'll hear you.
Okay.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Maya, I agree with that statement completely. I would never, in my whole entire life, encourage any woman over the age of 25 to date a guy longer than 2 months. I just wouldn't, especially if they don't plan on making a commitment. Like, I feel like any woman who is dating a guy and is 2 months and you're not talking commitment, leave. Like, it's not worth it. It's just you're wasting your time.
Damn, I feel like 2 months. That's like 2 months is like nothing.
Yeah, no, 2 months. I think she meant 2 years. You mean 2 years, girl? Or did you mean 2
No,
months?
I feel so strongly, especially
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
because like, okay, on average, even American men, they usually don't want to admit it, like, because like we're taught that we're supposed to date for a really long time and know if we want to be with someone. But in all honesty, I'm not a man or anything, but I truly believe that men know within like 8 weeks if they want to be with you long term or not. And if they're with you longer than that, they're just one, they're getting free milk for absolutely no commitment. And I think as women, we have so much to lose to continuously waste our time with men who have no intention of committing to us.
Yeah, Gardenia Moon said, "Oh, she's not playing, girl."
All right. Wow.
No, but I mean, here's the thing.
I don't know, especially No, I was saying, especially having lived in so many different countries. Like, seriously, I've been living abroad for like the last 6 years. And that's the reality. If a woman over the age of 25, when you're younger, it's okay because, you still have a lot to learn. But over the age of 25, or especially in your late 20s, if you're just dating a guy for like, let's say even a year, and the conversation of like marriage or commitment or anything hasn't come up, don't waste your time. Seriously, as women, I don't care what men think on this topic, but as women, don't waste your time.
Preach. The Empress said, "Preach, lady, preach." Ruth, they cheering you on out there, Ruth. You got some fans, girl.
I feel strongly about that.
Well, I mean,
really do.
It seems like the women that are saying this are like, no. Let me just. I kind of like scared. I feel like the women that are saying this are like scared, like, oh shit,
No.
like.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Oh,
you say Mortal Kombat? You play Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, when I was younger.
When you play Mortal Kombat and then you going down that well, and the well all the way at the bottom has like spikes. So and it was like 10, 9, 8. It's like the women that say that they're like on 3, and they're like, oh my god, like I need a nigga.
Like, definitely. But here's the thing, Complex. Here's the thing that you as a young man don't have to worry about this. Women, when they get past a certain age, like, we really have to be like, okay, do I want a family or do I want a family? Because our biological clock doesn't
right. I already know. Yeah, I know.
So it's like it's gonna be different. Like, the priorities are gonna be different by default. And it's like she said, like Ruth said, like, we don't got time to be like pussyfooting around. Like, okay, like, do you want me or do you not want me? So, I mean, like, I have to go and see because I mean,
I get it. I
mean, like, I've had experiences where like I've been seeing somebody for just a couple of months and they've mentioned marriage, so it's kind of like it's not unrealistic for someone. Right. It's not unrealistic for a man to be like, oh, okay, because definitely men know what they want. They know what they want. Like,
wait, so you're telling me that if you meet someone, let's say you meet you told me you about 28, right? So let's say you meet a guy and let's say he's 30, right? And y'all go on like the first date, and then you tell him, okay, well, you got me on this date finally, and you ask him, I mean, what are you looking for, like, in life?
I wouldn't be dating nobody that's 30. But anyway, Gardenia Moon said, I get that though. When men know what they want, yeah, it's way too young. They go for it and they don't hold back. If they string you along, then they don't want you like that. Ruth, she talking to you. But what I was trying to say before Ruth started talking about the time limit, I was trying to.
Hi, welcome to the conversation.
Ruth, can you not hear us?
I can barely hear you. No, but somebody just entered the conversation, so I was
Oh, okay.
welcoming them in.
This is Jerome. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I had a couple of questions. So
Oh,
she
oh
said she
shit.
wouldn't date a guy. She said she wouldn't date a guy that was broke or what?
I said
I don't understand.
I tend not to date men who are around my age.
No, I'm talking about the other girl. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you real good.
I can't hear you very well.
Ruth, do you want to go out and come back in?
Yeah, I think I'll do
Girl,
that.
you in the United Arab Emirates. Her internet should be good. Ugh.
Hey, she got that Metro PCS internet. But
You know, with all them sheikhs and princes and stuff.
Not no funny shit though, but this shit be fucking up sometimes. Like the
yeah, it does.
or I'm cursing or I'm not supposed to curse. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, okay, look. The last video we did, it got monetized, but if we keep cursing,
All right, okay. All right.
it might not be monetized.
All right. I'll try to stop cursing.
Hey, so let me ask you a question. So Universal, so what do you like? What is your channel about? Because I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, I think the gist of it is just alternative perspectives. It's like an alternative way of looking at things, and it's like, of course, like girly stuff, like beauty and makeup and stuff as well.
Yeah. I feel like she touches on a bunch of subjects.
I know,
Yeah.
too much. But there's just so much. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll figure out what to focus on once I get more feedback from. I don't know.
Because you came from Kuda's page, I noticed. Well, Kuda's channel, I was like, damn, that was kind of interesting. I was like, how the hell y'all know each other?
Yeah, he kept commenting. He's been commenting on my videos for months. It's like,
hey, Kuda will put you on though. Hey, that's my dog. He will put you on.
He put Jessica on.
Yeah, he did. And Jessica's on
got
for
a
real.
whole channel now.
Jessica is definitely on, man. The whole Manosphere. She's definitely the woman of the Manosphere.
Universe Kuda was making comments like I was somewhat.
He understands women a lot better. I think he understands what women want more than you, because you're really young. Kuda's much older.
Okay.
Wait. How old are y'all? Each of you guys.
I'm 27.
Okay. I'm in my 20s.
Oh, okay. I'm 33, so you know what I mean.
All right. So ask yo, bro, what's your name? Because I can't see your name.
Jerome.
I didn't.
Yeah.
All right. So Jerome, what do you feel on this topic? Like, what's your perspective?
I kind of just came in. What was the topic? Because I'm kind of lost.
Oh Lord, Jerome. Okay, just one second. I'll explain it to you. Gardenia moon. My moon sign is a Taurus, and my sun sign is a Pisces. Anyway, so I pulled up this article. Let me show you. Let me put the article. Okay, let me add the stream. Okay, so I pulled up this article showing how Black women in the late 1800s to early 1900s were forced to work outside of their homes, and forced to neglect their own families and children. And the post starts off saying someone is giving their own analysis on this news article. It was a new policy on law in Greenville. So it says, regardless of whether they want to, regardless of whether they want to or have to, able-bodied Negro women in Greenville who are not regularly employed are to be put to work or put in jail or fined heavily. Okay, and then this woman gives her perspective on the matter, and she says, Black women, we wanted to be homemakers, we wanted to teach our own, we wanted to put our families first. They used the law to force us out of our homes to work for their families while our families disintegrated. And then that kind of just led to the conversation about how in the Black community, we need more provider men so that women can do their job, like actually be able to play and have the option of playing the feminine role, because a lot of us don't have that option.
Okay, so here's my issue. Okay, so I got a lot with that. My thing is, black women need to be, if y'all want more providers, y'all actually need to be more feminine. And you know what I mean? Nobody's gonna provide for you
I agree.
if you try to
I,
compete.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And this is the thing, Jerome. This is the thing, though. It's like a catch-22 where it's like, yeah, we definitely need to be more feminine, but at the same time, a lot of us do not have that option. We just don't got that option. We don't got provider men, so that like what a provider man will do is really put you in a feminine place where you feel safe to be feminine, where you like, okay, I can relax and I can just like not try to control everything. Like I can shut my mouth because I trust this man to do what he needs to do. A lot of black women don't have that. So
Black,
It's a vicious cycle.
it
why
is. It
is
is.
I think black women don't play the game right. Like y'all don't y'all don't go for that provider. Y'all go after the problem with black women, what I've noticed, y'all go after the money
You're not
right
on the
away.
right side of the internet. Like we provide. The women on.
Jerome, you think white women are any different? Latina women are any different?
I think you know what, being on the West Coast, I think they are different. I think they come at it differently. I think black women come at it strictly for the money, and then if you don't have the money, they just ignore you. So a dude automatically is like, no, you know what I mean? In his head, he's like, okay, you just really want me for my money? That's it? Like, come on.
Well, don't a lot of dudes just want black women for sex though? They don't really be trying to date black women like that.
But see,
So
that's the problem too, as well.
Not me, not me, not
That's
me.
see, that's our problem because we have turned black women into sex objects.
yeah, this is the thing with black men. So it's not just black women. Like black men do this too. Like where they'll sit there and they'll play house with a white woman or a non-black Latina woman, but they won't take black women seriously. They'll use black women for sex all day long, but they won't sit there and like commit to her or
Well,
add
what is
value
there
to
to
her life.
what is there to commit to though? A lot of black women don't even know how to cook. They don't know how to do anything that
Oh
most women know
shit!
how to do.
Okay, Jerome, if you feel that way about your mother and all your female relatives, then I can't say nothing to you.
But see, that's the thing though. My mother knows how to cook. My grandmother knew how to cook.
So what you talking about? All black women don't know how to cook. So what you
I'm
saying?
saying this new generation of black women, this new generation of black women don't know none of that stuff.
Goddess, you want to come on? Jerome, I'm gonna cut you off if you keep bashing black women. We're not gonna do that here. This is not gonna be a I hate black
No,
women party.
hey,
You will get
hey,
blocked.
I'm playing both sides.
No,
So
you will
I
get blocked.
understand.
Even Complex has been pretty rough, but he's never come at us sideways like that.
Hey, I'm playing both
Complex
sides.
has been critical, but respectfully, critically so. And that's, nah. But you can't be making these generalizations about black women like that because it's not the place.
Yeah, nah, that's
Hey,
foul,
but
bro. You can't say that, man. Nah, it's true. It's true,
I
man.
go hard. Hey, but the thing is, I go hard on black men just as well.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you'd really talk about what they out here doing. But anyway,
it's a lot of sorry ass black men. I completely agree.
look, we on this channel talking about solutions though. Like I brought up the article to talk about a historical context and what we can do to get better. Like we're not over here
Right.
bash nobody. I don't bash black men, and I don't expect you to bash black women.
All right, no bashing. I ain't gonna bash nobody.
We're not doing that. We're not gonna be hurting each other like that over here.
All right.
Wait. All right. So
Understand.
the only so this is how I look at it. The only solution that I can see, if this is how all women feel, how universe and goddess Tay feel.
No, we don't. All of us don't. A lot of
No. All right. So if a lot of or no, if you're telling me this is your mentality or your idea, it seems to be the right way, because you did say that you just want men to play. You just want men to play their role in the world, right? So this must mean that it's the right way, the way nature intended it, and the way it should be.
I'm
Then
not saying I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, honestly, we are slaves to our DNA. Nature laughs last no matter what. You know,
Okay.
like
All right.
that's
So all right, but all I'm saying is if this is the right way, then men have to black men got to step it the fuck up. If this is what you're saying,
Yeah,
and
we
this is
definitely do. I mean, black
do.
men definitely
Y'all
have
really
it,
have to step up. Because if you really want to talk about it, black men need to step up. They
Hey, I agree with that too.
you're
I do
financially
know a
need
lot of
to step up. You need to provide for your lady.
it's a lot of sorry dudes out there that you know what I
Sorry.
mean. They don't even like. It's a lot of
You
dudes
got
that don't
a
even
lot of
like to
black
work.
women who's exceeding black men. A lot of black women who's exceeding black men.
I
Men
agree.
now
You got that.
are riding black men now are riding the coattail of black women.
so damn. So I don't even. I mean, is this a African American problem? Because I'm black, but I'm Dominican, so I don't know if this.
yeah. So no, there are definitely some
You
cultural
need to find
differences.
out who you are, because if you Dominican, you like black. They label you black, right? Or do
Yeah,
they
yeah.
say, oh,
Yeah.
you white?
Here's the thing: he's red as black, but he has his own ethnicity and culture too. Like there's the deep, like Dominican culture and American culture. Yeah, like we're all black.
Where did he come from? Originally, where does his DNA come from?
Let's say, it's no doubt. It's no doubt. Yo, is that Goddess Tay down there?
Yeah, that's gotta say.
Yo, my bad, Goddess Tay, for the way I spoke to you, man. My bad, man. My bad, yo. I was a little too aggressive on you. I mean,
What did he say?
no, the other day, I was just, going off. I was going off on you. A little too
Oh,
aggressive. I mean,
that,
I was talking to you like you was a man. My bad. But now, like where I grew up at, or no, where I lived at, and where my family's from is San Pedro Macorís in Dominican Republic. Um, it was a industry kind of like city slash town where there was a lot of black people from the islands and people from England coming through, and they were like a bougie class too, and they were just very dark Dominicans there, and there were Haitians there. So that town is very black, and that's where I grew up at. So that's why when me growing up in America, where I'm from, that's why I always loved black women, because everyone in that little area was black. My family's black, like very dark. Like they look like you, Goddess Tay. They look like you, and the lightest probably looks like Universe. So this is why when growing up here, I always loved black women. So.
yeah, I've been a Dominican, so I know how it looks.
So when you guys are speaking on these topics, I'm like, damn, does am I included in this? Because I have like a whole different wild
Yeah,
perspective, and every time I
I
hear. Every time I hear African American, he's like, "Oh yeah, but you know what I'm saying, but y'all too manly." And then when I hear the women's side, "Oh yeah, but y'all ain't real men. Y'all acting like bitches." I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like y'all both just arguing. Like ain't nobody trying to
yeah,
build."
yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like we're all black, but we come from different parts of the diaspora, right? So we have different cultures. Like Ruth, she's from Tanzania, like she's African.
Right.
So like her culture is completely different from mine, is different from yours as like an Afro Latino, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying because, like, coming from Tanzania, Africa, most like this is why it's so interesting to me because I was raised in the U.S., but like from my own culture, most black men in Africa tend to always go for their own. It's not all. There's always a couple that don't, and so like this whole thing with like black women being disrespected, like it's starting to trigger, I guess, or like go all over the world. But for the most part, like me knowing, like if I see an African man, I know like he's more likely to do certain things for me because culturally he's expected
African
to do
men
certain
take
things
care
for
of their
me.
women.
They do.
So
Yeah.
African men take care of their women. They don't want them working. None of
It's,
that. They take care of their women.
it's
so
true.
You gonna
African
have
American men don't do nothing at all. Is what you're telling me?
No, we not saying
No,
that.
African American do.
Okay,
It's just
I'll tell you this. I have a black African father. He's black. Like we are descendants of enslaved Africans in America. We've been here for hundreds of years. My father is a provider all the way, hardworking, and this is like who I get my you know, if I have a father like this, I'm gonna want a man like that. So
Just like a man should want his daughter, when he gets a daughter, he should want that man to take care of his daughter.
So how
Just
can we
think about
all
if you
get on
had
the
a
same
daughter.
page?
Just think
Is
about
what
if
I'm
you had
saying.
a daughter. Would you want
okay,
your daughter
Jerome,
out there working, busting her ass off while she got a boyfriend who's
it's
or a
true.
husband
It's
who's
true.
not doing much? Think about it. Like if you had a daughter, you want the best for your daughter, right?
Right, right,
True. That is
right.
true.
Right. You
And
want
I want my daughter to be the GOAT
to
too.
be able to be with a man that provides for her, right?
But hey, but what about
So
your
in
son?
this case,
What
what
about your son is the question.
I have a son, and I teach my son now to provide. Provide. That's I'm not going with that 50-50. No, you provide for
So
your woman.
you don't want him to be treated like a king as well?
Just because he provide, who said he's not going to be treated like a king?
Hold on, Jerome. Do you know how kings are
So
treated?
because
Like, you,
what make you think he provide, he won't be treated as such? Now I'm definitely going to teach him not to be providing for someone who's not worthy of.
Right.
Okay,
So who's
that's
not
what I wanted to
worthy
know.
of that? Of
Okay.
course, why would any idiot provide for somebody who's not worthy of
Right.
that?
Right.
You
But
stupid if you provide for somebody who's not worthy. Why
but
would you
here,
get in a marriage relationship with someone and provide and you don't even know if this person is worthy of that?
but usually a lot of the women that, and this is what I feel, the women that are worthy of being provided are the ones that are self-sufficient.
yes, that is typical of a man like you who have to struggle to get what you need. That's understandable and I respect that. But a lot of men,
You know the crazy thing?
but there are a lot of men who don't require that complex. I'll just say that there are a lot of men
Okay,
who
got you,
don't require that.
All right, all
Some
right.
men. Okay, question for Jerome. I'm real late on this. Gardenian Moon sent it. She says, "Oh, okay. What value do you see in Black women or women in general besides cooking and cleaning?" Because Jerome was talking about how Black women don't know how to cook or clean, and I mean, a concept that we come across a lot is that you shouldn't be marrying nobody just for their food, like just for their cooking and cleaning. Just like you don't want nobody to marry you just for your money. Like
Right.
Right.
honestly, like just
Exactly.
like you don't want somebody to marry you just because you got money. Like you shouldn't just marry somebody just because they know how to cook and clean. So
Right.
Thank you.
Because if that's the case, then I could just hire a maid and I mean
e-
go to go to Vegas or go to DR. I mean, and
exactly,
ball out. I mean,
exactly. And the thing is, that's what the whole article that I posted earlier was about. It's like a lot of Black men expect Black women to have these like 10 full-time jobs for them to marry her. Like she got to be a maid, she got to be a cook, she got to be a chauffeur, she got to be a clean, she got to be a nanny, she got to be a sex worker, she got to be a business owner. Like why
Real.
y'all expect all this from us when if you go date a white girl, all she got to do is sit there and look cute? Like why?
right.
And
And
what
the
the
only thing
man
Hey,
and the only thing you're asking
what
for is
job
just take care of us.
and what job does a man have to do?
Just
Just
take care of us.
provide. That
Just
one
pay the
job,
bills.
just provide. And you barely can even do that.
Yeah. Just
but
pay the
see,
That
bills.
here's the
you only
thing.
got one
Hey,
job
here's the
to
thing though.
provide. That's it. That's
Here's the
it.
thing
And he
though.
got 10 jobs.
Both
Just
sides
get
are
the money
saying
and
the
that's it.
same
Just get the
thing.
money and that's all you need to do. Just pay all the bills and that's
For
it.
real. I mean, the woman already gonna do her job. So this the thing about being a woman though. Like women are naturally more giving. We're more nurturing. We just a lot more
Nurturing.
selfless.
We are.
We're just so selfless. Like you, okay, like complex. You said you watch your grandma and your mom take care of you. You see how selfless they are. Like this is why women. It's smarter for women to err on the quote unquote gold digging side because you already gonna give more than you get in period as a woman. So the least your man can do is fully provide for you. That's the very least he can do.
You said women, all women, or some women?
I'm we're talking about the nature of a woman in general. All that estrogen isn't there for no reason. Like we talking about just
Because
hormones and
That
biological disease.
yo, as classy as Trezor, she is and all that, but yo, she be rolling her eyes, making these facial expressions. She just a regular Black girl, yo, cause she
that's
she
what
be
I'm saying,
yo, she be
yo.
rolling her eyes, getting a little
That's what I'm
attitude. She
saying,
be
yo.
trying to hold it in and be classy, but she
Hey, she ready to snap my neck.
Right. Yo,
Sergio, come on and help me.
Man.
yeah. Sergio's the ugly nerdy dude that's like, yeah, I'm a provider.
Oh, gee.
Yo, Sergio's the ugly nerdy dude that never got
not ugly.
girls.
Sergio's cute. Sergio's my OG. He been here since the very beginning.
Yo, Sergio's like, yeah, you know, me, man, I gotta provide for the women, you know. You know, yo, you know,
Sergio, put the link and come talk to us.
You know, she used to she got a bullet wound in her booty and she was a stripper, but you know, now,
God,
you know,
man,
she's
you
a
killing
good
me,
woman.
yo.
She's
Sergio said, yup, I'm a nerdy provider. He said, yup.
Man, y'all
What
different
they
from
talking about?
the manosphere over here.
You baby,
Be fooling
baby
around with
boy.
some ratchets. That's why.
And the Empress said, I am classy. Thank you very much.
She is. Now you are classy. I'm just saying it goes to show you're just a regular person. You're a
I
regular
am.
human being.
I'm black at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I mean?
like
I like that little sassiness. I like it. I like that sassiness on black women.
everything about what you like, Complex. You come on here talking about what you like all the time.
So let me hey, on some real stuff. Let me tell y'all something. One thing I've learned, black women in America are different. It really depends on the state. Because black women from the East Coast are different from the black women from the West Coast.
Right.
And black women in the South are different from the black women in the North.
Exactly. So, you know what I mean? You're not going to get the same experience.
Goddess, where you from? Where you at?
That's the point I'm making. I'm saying the experience may just be different. So the experience black men might have on your coast will be different on my coast, on the West Coast.
All right. So, Universe, you follow that girl Aisha or Aisha, whatever.
Yeah, but not really. Like, I don't.
Okay. All right. Do you fuck with her? Like, you like? Okay. I like her mentality.
I'm not like her. I'm not like a big fan, but I watch some of her videos sometimes.
Yo, I feel like she's the male AMS, but a little bit more radical. I feel like she's the male AMS.
She's radical?
I mean, she's the female AMS, but a little bit more extreme. She's the female AMS.
No, I think AMS is the most extreme you could ever get. Like,
I mean, sometimes he does go overboard. Like when he be saying, "Oh, don't compliment your woman." Like, damn, bro, like you can't compliment a woman, bro. Like she's not gonna lose that much interest because you're giving her validation. Like you can tell her, like, "Yo, you looking sexy, man. Watch when we get home tonight." What's wrong with saying that? Like, there's nothing wrong about saying that.
Validation. Like, I think AMS really just he knows how to pull women with low self-esteem, like, but he don't know how to pull women with high self-esteem.
Nah,
like,
I don't think. Don't
Wait,
say that.
AMS.
Alpha male strategy.
Yeah, you gotta look him up, bro.
Oh,
He don't know how.
Is that the only guy?
High self-esteem. Like all he do if you talk about pulling women with like mind games of validation, like don't let her know that you like her or whatever. It's weird. It's just like
Wait. You know what he tells dudes? He tells dudes about self-improvement. That's what he worked. He said women shouldn't be your number one thing.
When it comes to the women, it's like the whole strategy or tactic to get women is to like, you know, make them, don't give them validation, because if you give them validation, they're not going to be interested in you. Like he always talk about validation.
I feel like he speaks a lot to be honest, I feel like he speaks a lot to dudes that are very like had trouble getting women though too, like because that are very, you know, too much on the nice side, too, you know, like they got taken advantage of by women. So I feel like that's who he speaks to, guys that have a difficult time just getting women naturally.
But majority of dudes have trouble getting women.
Right.
I don't know if you knew that.
Gotta say, I'm sorry. I mean, we couldn't really hear you either, but if you want to try to get back on, like, we gonna be here. But
hey, can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about men having a hard time getting women. Like,
you don't think that's the thing?
I mean, right. I think it's the nature. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just the nature. Like, that's just how male and females are
Right.
in our
You
human.
don't think women are just a little bit too picky these days?
Like, okay, here's the thing. This is somebody brought this up the last time we were live. Somebody said the egg doesn't chase the sperm. The sperm chases the egg. Right. So I mean, maybe women are a little bit picky. I don't know. Like, I don't think I'm picky at all. Like, my only requirement is that you be a protector and provider, like, and be stable. Those are just 3 things. Like, I could deal with, you don't gotta be cute. Like, I don't know.
So based on what you just said, if I go up to a girl and say, "Hey, I got a job, I can protect you," you don't like me?
No, but having a job could mean, I don't know.
Yo, but it's gonna get her wet.
No, listen, if you have a job, that don't mean you stable. That don't mean you can take care of a family. Like, a lot of jobs don't allow you to take, like, I don't know, a good job. What do you disagree with, Goddess Tay? That is fine. I don't know. I mean, with people like AMS talking, like, it seemed like it's so easy for him to just have all the sex he want with all the different women he wants. So if he can do it, he's not even that good looking. Like, if he can do that,
I don't believe none of them dudes. I'm sorry. I think they be putting on. I'm sorry. Should I get out of there? My bad. I'm gonna get out of there.
what? Oh, you said
Like y'all actually believe them dudes actually get all the women that they actually do?
No, I mean, I don't watch too much of those, like, different people, but I feel like a lot of times when I watch those dating relationship videos, I feel like they do, it holds a lot of weight. I feel like it does hold a lot of weight, and I feel like from personal experience or people that I've known, a lot of times guys are getting just played with by women, and sometimes dudes just being suckers. I mean, like, I feel like sometimes men overinvest on women.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like, let's be real, bro. Like, a lot of dudes overinvest. You know, they just take women on these dates and they keep doing it and spending all that, giving them all that attention, and you gotta sometimes smack your friend in the face. You're like, yo, bro, you gotta focus on yourself, bro. And there's a bunch of women out there. If it's meant to be, she'll fall right in your lap. Like, you don't gotta be worshiping women just because they look good. There's a bunch of beautiful women on every block and in every neighborhood in the world. Like, you don't gotta be putting these women on a pedestal just because she looks good. There's more to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can't even hold you on that one.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yes, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Men play the game too, where they may waste. This is the thing. A woman's time is more precious than a man's time because men can have kids into their 70s, right? So women, to waste a woman's time is just kind of really it's foul. You know, like, if you know you don't want her, don't waste her time. Like, just be upfront. Like, if you just want to use her for sex, just let her know. Like, don't string nobody along, because a lot of men will do this. A lot of men use women as placeholders until they really find the woman that they want, and that's effed up. So,
all right, and growing up, what family was like one of the most positive families that we saw? The
Cosby Show,
right?
The Fresh Prince as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That
And weren't the woman working too?
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you feel like that show was good for us or bad for us?
But check this though. Check this. There were plenty of white shows that the woman didn't have to work, but where the shows that show the black woman not having to work? Like, that's the thing. Like, that's when I say options, that's what I mean, options. Like, I'm not saying that black women shouldn't work. Like, I'm just saying, like, a lot of black women do not have the option, and it's even shown. It's even represented in the media. Like, we can't even name one example of a black family where a woman isn't working.
Got
But
you.
can we
Mm-hmm.
break
I,
You
this
not
down though?
working
I understand.
when you.
I understand.
But listen though,
Universe. All right. What do you want? What do you really want? Like, so when you get in a relationship, like, I understand if you tell me you don't want to work during your pregnancy or in the tender years of the baby, because I agree with that. I don't
What
feel the
happens if you don't want to work at all?
no. Well, I'm asking Universe.
I mean,
What is her plan?
personally, I would like to be with a man where he got it so that I don't have to work. I
Okay.
will probably choose to work. Like, I would love to have my
Right.
own business. I would love to try, because it's just like I want to try out stuff.
Universe, you want a rich man, don't you? You want a rich
Yeah.
man, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, that's like saying, you know me. You know what that's like saying? That's like saying when I go to the every time I want to go to the grocery. I want to go to the grocery store, liquor store, and I want to buy a lottery ticket, and I hope that this lottery ticket, I scratch it and it's the winner. Like, of course, everyone wants the best for themselves. So I understand. I understand what you're saying.
I mean,
Everyone wants the best for themselves. I understand what you're saying.
I'm in environments where, like,
Where you could get that. Where you could get that.
yeah, like that's not even going to be
Also, you're not coming from an angry place. You speaking from
I'm
what other women are going through.
speaking from personal experience, like, of not knowing any better and then doing better, and it's like, oh wow, that was really, really helpful. Like, having
Right.
a man that's like, hey, I got you, focus on school, or I got you, like, focus on your projects, focus on your business. Like, that's really, really helpful. It's
But
really,
that's not realistic though. I mean, if you
was able, I don't know, like, maybe it's
It's not realistic to you.
yeah, but
It's
listen
not
though,
realistic
if you
to
talk
you,
to
but it
if
is
you talk to older
realistic.
black women, they have always had to work. They always had to work.
because they only dated black men. That's why.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I know, I
Damn,
mean,
yo.
that,
I
Bro,
know that
I ain't
was
gonna lie, yo.
fun,
That
man.
hurts.
y'all look bad.
I don't know.
I mean,
Should I be offended? Should I be offended or not?
I mean, it's true.
But let me,
I don't know. I got one good example. I told you my own parents. Like, my own parents. Like, my mom,
that's what I was just about to say.
she worked and stuff, but she ain't work like that. Like, my dad worked and he held everything down. She tried out the little different stuff. Like, she did this, she did that, but she wasn't. Her job was at home. Like, her job was to take care of us.
So your dad is a white guy, is what you telling me?
No, he's black. But
Like,
trust
that's a
me,
rare.
I'm not gonna you, but I'll tell you this right now. I don't have to be with a black person. Like, if it's between, like, if there are no black men willing to provide, then I guess I'm not gonna be with nobody.
You
Or
just lost all your viewers just right
no,
off
I
of that.
didn't. No, I didn't.
You lost all your views off of that.
No, I didn't.
That one hurt.
I mean, I lost you. But I mean, I've said this
That
before. Who's page? I mean, I dated Arab men and Latino men who were not black. I mean, like, they did their jobs, right? Like, they played the role they needed to play. And if black men,
I'm about to cash app you like $100 right now. Okay, you gonna be okay?
whatever.
So, Miss Universe, you have an example with your parents, right?
Yes.
Okay, so me too. My parents were married for over 30 years, and my mother barely worked. She worked like the last 10 years of the marriage, but she barely did that. But, for 20 something odd years, she was at home taking care of us, cooking and cleaning. So I had the same example too. And what it is I think it's just the new generation coming in. Like, oh, I never seen an example. Like, y'all don't have a father or a grandfather who took care of your grandmother while she was at home.
Times were harder
Y'all
back
didn't. Y'all
then.
don't have these examples. Y'all don't have uncles.
Times were harder back then. You don't
Times
think
were
so?
harder. Listen, hold Jerome. Listen to what you're saying.
Times were.
Times
I
are
mean, no.
harder.
Guess what?
Hey, let me take that back. I take that back. Times are harder now.
No,
Times were easier back then.
no. My father went. Look, I was about to
What
look.
did he say?
Listen. He said times are harder now. I don't listen. My father went to segregated schools. Listen to me. My father grew up in
It's the
Jim
same
Crow.
thing.
My father grew up in Jim Crow. My father can barely read because he went to segregated schools. He couldn't get no real education.
Yo, let me tell you something. Low
No,
key,
no, no, no.
low
Things
key, low key. Yo, low key. That your integration fucked it up.
Yep. Exactly.
Integration fucked it up.
Yep.
are, but I'm telling you right now, like he remembers, he remembers for whites only, for colors only. He remembers not having opportunities to get no real education. So no, things are here now. All this technology.
There were black cities that were thriving. There were black cities that were thriving.
And they bombed them.
Yeah. Yep.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, and then like down there, down where you live at, they'll build highways through there and dismantle the businesses. And I mean,
how's that our fault? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right. Yeah, but I mean,
why are we paying for that?
Yeah, but the thing is,
I just have a question. How do you guys think it's harder now? Like, what makes it harder now?
What? Rent is damn near $2,000 for a studio. What are you talking about?
But you know what? There are so many different ways you can make money now. It's like you can turn a buck in so many different ways. Like, I don't know, all this online stuff. I mean, I don't know.
And you don't have to live in an area.
Same as well.
My show tomorrow. Bye, Jonathan. See you later, Jonathan. Sorry.
And you don't have to live in an area where rent is $2,000 a month. There are plenty of places where it's significantly
Where do you live,
cheaper.
Almost done.
Hey, believe it or not, I actually stay in Arizona, so I stay in a cheaper area. But what I'm saying is women can do it as well. If y'all telling us we can do it, y'all can do the same thing.
No, that's true, because we are doing it. The issue is it's not that. Oh, sorry, Maya. I didn't realize you were talking.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I said the last time. Listen, if we can do it, yeah, I know we can do it. I do it. And I'm doing it by myself. Like, I don't need to be. If I get with somebody, I'm not gonna be doing all the extra stuff I'm doing. I'm not gonna have 3 side jobs. Like, this, they don't make no sense.
Yeah, I don't know nobody with 5 jobs.
Yeah, right.
Like
unless you live like New York or something.
Bruce, oh my God.
Somebody is boring.
Who's that?
Ruth? Hold on, let me text her.
That's Ruth.
Stand in front of your internet.
That's that gold digging wave.
Stand on 1 foot.
Yo, I can't believe it. Oh my God. Ruth,
she sounded
the
like
universe
right now.
The universe is not permitting her to spew her blasphemy.
She about to do a hit record right now.
Ruth. Ruth, we can't hear you.
She was about to drop some fire too, I bet.
Yo, now the funniest shit, the funniest shit be when I see a woman. I see these women they get with these dykes, and then be like, "Look, she a real man." Like when they show the picture, you'll be like, "Yo, she a realer nigga than most y'all niggas." I be crying.
Hey, let me tell y'all a story because Let me tell y'all a story right quick. So I'm in Arizona. I got a homegirl. She's a dyke, whatever, stud, and she got a girl.
ID, come talk to us. ID7 is from Africa, so ID7, he's North
white.
Africa. I think so.
Hey, can you hear me?
Can you guys hear me now?
He said, "Man should work." Yeah, we can hear you now, Ruth. Okay. ID7, he was commenting on my North Africa, talking about how they weren't black. And now he over here talking about man should work. Anyway, let's see. Okay, it's much better now, but I'm good. ID7, you should click on the link and come join us if your internet is good enough. I don't know. Maybe we should just go to bed. I'm tired. I haven't even slept.
You guys probably should.
let me tell everybody. We'll do this again. This is what we do. Hey,
Hey,
Jerome.
can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was trying to tell y'all a story. So I got a stud friend, right? She's gay, whatever, and she has a Mexican girlfriend. The Mexican girlfriend has 3 kids, and she works 3 jobs to provide for the Mexican girl and her kids. I don't know what to say.
She chose to do that,
Yeah,
which
she
is
she feel, and the baby daddies are deadbeats, and she
You
feel
know
like
what?
she's harder working than all of them.
You know what though? Just like Complex said, like I have a dyke cousin whose girlfriend did the same thing. Like she was like, yeah, she's more of a man than most of these niggas out here, right? And here's the thing. Here's the thing about butch women. They don't have what you have between your legs.
So
So
they try to compensate.
that's what I'm saying. So it will make them feel more masculine and more in their place if they provide like that. Even men who are born,
That's exactly my point. Men, niggas that couldn't get women, that getting attractive women was something new to them because they had money. Don't you see the correlation right there? Just a little bit.
you know
Hey,
question
Just,
but that
just a
says
little
more
bit.
about the women, though.
question though, it don't make you feel good to provide for your woman because I've been with
Hell
men
yeah. Hell yeah, it does. Hell
like
yeah.
they still provided for me and they could have me, her over there. So it's like it still makes them feel like a man. It still makes them feel like
Yes, you're right. You're correct. You're correct.
you know where I live right now, like the idea of a man not providing for a woman, no matter their financial state, is so rare. Like if I walk outside right now and I ask any guy, they'll be like, "It's my responsibility to."
You must
Right.
And
live
this,
in outer space, huh?
no, like I'm actually living in the Middle East right now, and that's
Mhm.
the mentality. And also in my culture from Tanzania, it's also a mentality.
Yeah, my mentality too would be, if let's say I already have a family, let's say if if let's say my woman just becomes a lazy bum and just she gives up on life because some trauma or something, no matter what, I'm not gonna be like, yo, you gotta help me out too. No, my mentality is, those are my kids. I gotta take care of what I just created. So I don't have that, trying to depend on other people. I don't That's not me as a man. That's not my mentality. That's
Yeah,
not
so
my
like
Hey,
mentality.
our
No.
whole argument from the beginning, it's not about whether women are able or not to take care of themselves, because we clearly are. Like we're educated and we can work and we can do things for ourselves. We're talking about how there was a system created, especially for Black women, to make it seem like we have to do everything.
So
And
did this happen only in in the United States, or did this happen anywhere else? Like did
mostly
this?
right.
the West, mostly the West, because like if I'm talking about like I said, I'm from Tanzania. If I'm talking about like, parts of Africa or where I'm living now in the Middle East, most men that are not from the West,
Mhm.
actually even America, like even white guys in America, they kind of have this idea like the woman could choose if she wants to work and not work.
Mhm.
Oh
And
my God. Here you
no,
go.
I'm not saying that we're not capable of doing it. What I'm saying is it's the choice. Like the reality is, society expects more from Black women on every like in every area, more so than any other type of women, and this is more so for the West than any other part of the world.
I'm
Of
Hey,
not.
but
course,
ain't in Middle East, don't they kind of control their women? Aren't the women more submissive than
that's
ooh,
a
anywhere?
that's
you
Facts.
another narrative. No, I've lived in
know,
the Middle East for like 6 years.
so
That's another narrative the media pushed.
listen, let me tell you, I lived in the Middle East for 6 years on and off too. For
Israel is very liberal. Israel.
That's not even considered. That's culturally it's Europe. But anyway, it's a colony. But anyway, 6 years, yo, 6 years, and it's clear to see that women control men, and it's like in a very indirect way. But that's why they have to have all these rules and laws and structures to really confine and suppress women, because women have that much control over the men. Like women. I don't know. There was this video that was on Facebook recently about this like sheikh, this Islamic religious leader, talking about how a man. It's interesting. He said everything y'all saying. He said the exact opposite. I'm just
Most people here would say the exact opposite. That's why I just like.
He was talking about how like you need to give gifts and money to your woman freely, and just like that's your job. Like your job is to be financial provider to women. And he's like a sheikh. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. So you guys are telling me in the Middle East, the women control the men?
Why do you think they make them put the long black things on? Because that's how much their female frame controls the male mind.
Man, I gotta write this for the manosphere, man. Oh my god, this is I've never heard this before.
I mean,
but hold on. Does the manosphere hate women? Because I don't hate women.
No,
you hate women. Don't go over there, Complex. Don't go over there.
Because I love
hates
women.
Nobody hates women.
They hate women. Listen, Complex. Listen, I went over there. They was calling me bitches and hoes. Like,
no.
Yes, they did.
Keith got into a little argument with
the other dude that popped up saying you need to ignore these bitches. I'm like, nigga.
I don't think they wasn't calling you specifically a bitch. They were just saying bitches.
Don't go over there. It ain't worth it. Don't be corrupted. You're decent. Stay that way. If you go over there, you're gonna be a horrible person.
Oh, y'all are something else. You know that?
Do you think AMS is a man in the manosphere? I don't think so.
Yeah, he is. He's from O'Shea's crew. O'Shea actually writes from AMS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's from the manosphere.
Right. I mean, I don't think gold diggers hate women. I mean, hate men. I think they just want to kind of like use them for their benefit. I don't think they hate them.
But men do the same thing. That's why AMS talking about, oh yeah, we just using these hoes for sex. Like, no, this is gold diggers are a direct consequence of men using women,
and vice versa.
No. It's the other way around. It's like men. You remember how women all they cared about was love. Remember them days? Yeah. Oh, man, I love.
Come on, universe. Come on. You really think?
And then now all these women just want money because they saw what love happened. They saw, okay, when I look for love, I just get played and used. So now I'm just gonna look for money. And when you
hold on. Like, all right, let's say an example, right? Like when I would go through woman issues, I'll be at the boxing gym or something, right? And all my coaches, they're older than me. They've dealt with way more women. They've been married. They have kids, right? So then I explain the situation to them. You know, they'll crack jokes. They'll be like, "Oh, she probably over there fucking another nigga." Like they'll be mean, and they'll crack these jokes. And these are older, wiser men that have families. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, the world really is cold. Like, so I guess like this being pure shit ain't real. And this is a fact. Like I learned that like the nicer you are, you're gonna teach you like a mat. You gotta be strong, stand firm like a man on your own too. And you got to treat yourself like a prize, right?
Exactly.
And if you treat these women, listen, yo, I love this quote, right? If you treat a woman like a superstar, she's gonna treat you like a fan.
That's what some AMS say.
Exactly.
That is
yo, but yo, can you hear that? That doesn't go between like love, like a romantic relationship. That also goes in any situation, in business, at work, school, the gym. If you treat somebody like they're a celebrity, she's gonna treat you like your fan or that man. This goes both ways. It's the nature of things.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
That goes back to the saying, nice guys finish last.
Right. So if a woman treats a guy too good and she's doing all this and it's not being reciprocated, she's gonna get dogged on and walked all over if she allows it. Am I incorrect?
That I do agree with.
So this is
I definitely don't think.
Street.
Let me just say that happens more to women than to men, though.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, your friend just agreed with it. Come on.
Yo, listen.
No, I agree that like I definitely think women
You-
need to have higher values and standards because no one's gonna treat you how you don't want them to treat you. So that part, just the last part, I agree with.
Universe, you're discrediting a lot of the intelligence and sly, slick ways of women that women have. You know, women are very slick and sly. You know, they call them foxy for a reason. I mean, a fox is very slick. So a lot of women, that's why they call women. You know, look at that sly fox. Look at that fox. She's foxy. I mean, they're smooth. Women, they know how to get to a man's mind, how to get what they want. Women know how to do that. Women know how to use their beauty, their feminine side when they want to. Come on, man.
Okay, you right. You absolutely right. I'm gonna get right back to that. I just want to answer Goddess Tay's question. She said these dudes are crazy. Where you get them from? Universe. Okay, Jerome came from Kuda's page, and Complex came from the Egypt videos that I have. That's it.
Hey, I come from the Manosphere 3.0. Okay.
I come from a galaxy far, far away.
No, that's exactly what it sounds like though when they talk about it. Okay, yeah, no, Complex, you're absolutely right. Women can be very slick and sly. Have you ever read that book, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene?
Yeah, I know. I've read a couple books by Robert Greene. I read
Okay,
that 50 Cent one too.
yeah, that was good. The 50th Law, right?
Yeah, I love that book.
But The Art of Seduction will help you understand. So in the beginning of the book, he starts talking about how in ancient times, men, as women, as the weaker sex, as the physically smaller and physically weaker sex, were often being raped and forced to do things that they didn't want to do, and they didn't have any choice because they were physically smaller and weaker. Okay,
Right.
he says seduction was an art, was a power and a force created by women.
Self-defense.
So because they weren't strong enough, they couldn't fight men physically, so they had to fight them psychologically. And that is why women are the way they are. So you want to talk about who started it?
It's a defense mechanism.
I'll tell you who started it. Men raping, beating, and physically forcing women into slavery started it. So you can't say, oh yeah, women are toxic.
I mean, they say
have to be to survive. That's what I'm telling you.
they say that that's why white people are what they are because they were outcasts. They were outcasts from
I can see that.
And then they had to evolve and they had that this was their mechanism. And they say that soon most people in the world is going to be black and brown in generations to come.
A lot of the people who are not melanated, they're not going to survive the global warming, honestly. Like, they not.
So,
like, you don't got melanin to protect you.
Right. The global warming. What? You're going to have to break that down for me because I need to know that.
So, the emissions that are being emitted with, from the carbon and the gas. No, it's breaking down the atmosphere.
That's cool.
Like, we're being exposed to more UV rays than is healthy. People who don't have melanin to protect themselves and their skin from the UV rays, people who, white people are going to have issues.
But
they don't
know. I'm kind of
anyway, so it don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yo, so Jerome, where you from in Arizona?
Actually, I'm from Cali though. I'm from LA.
Oh, you from LA? Oh yeah, I was just out there too.
Yeah.
I was in Sedona. I went to Sedona, in Arizona, and then I went to I was in Phoenix. I like it over there. The nightlife is in Phoenix.
Yeah, I live like 45 minutes from Phoenix.
Okay.
Not even that. I think it's closer than that. I live in Mesa.
Okay.
So I'm used to the nightlife, like Scottsdale, Tempe.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not that bad. There's a lot of white people out here though.
Yeah, it is. But yo, bro, when I went to Sedona and all that, that shit looked like Mars, my guy. Yo, I was like, yo, this is crazy out here. The trail, bro. Like, yo, if you fall, you're done. Like, they're never gonna find you. You're gonna die.
Hey,
out there.
where you from?
I'm from New York.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's a culture shock.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I felt when I used to live in DC for a little bit, man. I was like, man,
It's so different, right?
yeah. I was like, I ain't never seen this many black people in one spot in my life.
Right. Yeah, because the reason I like the only thing I don't like about the West Coast, everything is so separated, man. Like if you want to go somewhere, you gotta drive for hours. Like
Yeah.
yo,
You gotta have
Utah,
a car.
Utah. I don't even know why people live in Utah.
Oh man,
I
Utah.
don't even know why people live out there.
And they be happy as hell. If you drive
Yeah,
through Utah, you stop there, they be happy as hell.
yeah, that shit, yo, that shit look like that shit felt like outer space for real, for real.
Oh man, man, I'm telling you, man, it's definitely different, man. When I was in DC, I was like, damn, it was so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where everybody at? What's going on, y'all?
I'm here. Maya will be right back.
Oh. So you from New York, and where are you from, Miss Middle East girl?
Me, I'm originally from Tanzania, but I grew up in Massachusetts.
Or what part of Massachusetts?
It's a town called Leominster,
Lem-
about 45 minutes outside of Boston.
Lemon is that like heading towards like Rhode Island?
I live closer to New Hampshire. I live about 10 to
Oh,
15 minutes away from New Hampshire.
so you right. So you right by Lawrence.
Yeah, it's really close.
Lawrence. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have family. I have family in Lawrence.
Okay. Yeah,
Lawrence,
I'm in what?
Methuen,
I don't know Methuen.
Lawrence. There's right borderline New Hampshire. Everybody goes to the New Hampshire Mall because there's no taxes over there.
I'm in like Worcester County. Do you know Worcester?
Yeah, I know Worcester.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is it
everyone
a
does
lot
go
of
to
black
New
people out
Hampshire.
there?
No, definitely not.
There's a lot of Asians. A lot of Asians.
Well, where I grew up though, like the majority of my hometown is white, but also like I was kind of like in an immigrant community where it was there's a lot of like East Africans from everywhere, like Tanzania, Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and then a lot of Indians as well, and Dominicans, a lot of Dominicans.
Right, yeah. Yo, I have a at my job, right, which I'm gonna be at my job in a couple hours. One of the huh?
You should go to bed.
Nah, I mean, and I'm breaking night, man. I'm just gonna go straight to work. I mean, that way, and, you know,
Wow.
I'm good though, cause my manager, he's on Ramadan. He Guyanese. He on Ramadan, so he's living at noon. So right after he leave, I'm out.
Yeah, we have Ramadan here too right now. It's
Yeah,
almost done.
so since he leave at noon or like 11:30, I'm out. I'm not even gonna have lunch. I'm just coming straight home. But yeah, I got this guy. He's is he Cambodian? No, like he's Cambodian, and he makes really good money. He got a younger wife. She's way younger. I'm gonna see if I can find out if she work. I'm gonna try to ask her like questions like.
You
Like, does she
definitely
work?
should.
I will ask him like to see how is the culture over there. I'm gonna ask him like, yo, does your wife work? Like, I'm gonna ask him a question like you know, like as a young guy, like to an older man, like, what do you feel about this? Because he makes good money. He makes like really good money.
I always thought
figures.
I always thought they like hurt their women or something like that. Like they like it's crazy.
No, that's just a narrative also. Like I think there's aggressive men all over the world. It's just if you want, people to hate a certain group of people, you create a narrative that discredits them.
I don't know, but if Cambodia is anything like China and there's more men than women, they wouldn't hurt their women because it's so.
Wait, hold on. Wait, China has more men than women?
Oh, I'm sorry, more women than men. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, more men. No, definitely more men. Definitely.
Oh, you know why I think China has
baby girls.
You know why? The warrior mentality. Those people were very war people. They loved war. You got to look. I read the book Art of War like in 3 different versions. That's all they loved.
That's
Samurais.
true.
That's their
Well,
lifestyle.
well, it was. I mean, yeah, it has a lot to do with them valuing men though, like because they wanted a man. Like if they had to choose between a woman or a man, like to have as a child, a son or a daughter, they would pick a son, and they would
But
kill.
they're pretty aggressive too. It might not look like it to the outside world, but the men there are actually really aggressive.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's so hard to get a wife. It's so hard to get a wife because there's so few women because they killed them all.
Oh, do you know what they do though? They send the men to places in Africa in countries that don't allow foreigners to buy land, and they marry the local women so their child can own the land, and that's how they end up controlling
No,
most of
let me
Africa.
tell you this
And
though.
that,
There's a lot of places in East Africa where they getting African women, they like impregnating all these black women and then leaving them with children. Like they're leaving them fatherless.
but that's
So
so they
let me
can
get this
own the
straight.
property. That's what so they can own the
So,
property. Otherwise, they're not legally able to buy any property, and that's how they're able to control a lot of Africa in general.
Articles on that because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
so why are y'all complaining though?
Yo,
Y'all complaining about American black men.
Wait, hold on. Isn't it ironic how? All right. Isn't it ironic how these guys are coming from Asia and then they're going into Congo and then they trying to like sleep with the women
No,
and Asians have like the smallest dicks in the world. Then you go to Congo and you go to Congo like
but no,
Hey,
listen,
and they
like
short as
imagine
hell. And they
Imagine
short.
in Congo they have battery acids. Battery acid is the only thing in the world that can what's it called? You need it for cell phones. But do you know who owns all the resources in Congo? Like if you look at the global trading,
yeah.
if you look at that, Congo literally trades as China.
Yo, that's why I don't know if you saw that video. It went viral on YouTube and all that they were attacking like Chinese properties. They were rioting and throwing rocks at it and they like the people are saying that certain countries in Africa they're not playing anymore. Like we ain't having it. Like they talking
Yeah.
about y'all gotta get out of here. Like if you're Chinese, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
It's gonna be really hard because imagine like China owns, like for example, they own Somalian fishing rights. They own basically all of Kenya. They own Uganda. They're trying to like infiltrate all these countries, and it's like the craziest thing. But their way of doing it is through women.
Hmm. Right.
Well, that says a lot. That actually
Says
says
a
a
lot
lot
about
about the
women, right?
women, though. Yeah, that says a lot about the women.
What does it say to you?
I mean, they're gonna
It's
they're gonna
the
they're gonna take the highest bidder.
exactly.
I mean, so if you want
Don't
that fine,
don't y'all take the baddest one too? So
yo,
what?
if you want that fine dime, step it up, brother.
Hey, Complex be speaking the real man.
Yo, you
God,
want you, you want that fine dime, step it up, bruh. I mean, that it's a
Complex,
quote.
we got to get you. We got to get you over to the manosphere, man.
I
Come
mean,
on.
we,
Well,
we
that's
could have
true.
we
You
could
guys
have
do need to
combos,
step
bro.
it up.
Bro, I'm on. What's your YouTube channel name? Jerome Whiteside.
It's not mine. I ain't started mine yet, but you got to get to DJ Kuda's late
Okay,
night.
I think I followed him, but I mean,
Yeah, he normally
you know,
does a third shift, but
yeah,
tonight he
um,
cut it short.
okay. People can't
Definitely
really
got to
convert
get
me. Yo, people really can't convert me easily, but I'm open to new ideas and stuff. So
yeah, you be dropping some good stuff,
No,
man.
you already kind of like them, but I mean, hey, you go over
I mean,
there.
as a man,
You all
as a man, aren't I supposed to look out for my benefit, for the best for me?
This the thing. Patriarchy already looking out for you.
Oh, here we
Exactly.
go. Here we go.
You know, now
Here
you
we
do
go.
realize that don't exist in the black community, right?
Of course it does.
It does? Oh, come
Of
on. Oh
course.
my. I'm
I
not
mean, I
about
can
to.
send you some literature. I can send you some literature. I got you. Don't worry.
I think the best way for you to possibly learn is just go to different countries, honestly. Like after this ban is lifted,
Thank
go
you.
to some African countries, go to places that you wouldn't otherwise consider that are not like luxurious or like, Instagrammable. And Like, learn from the locals, talk to the locals, see how they live. Like, I guarantee you, your perspective will completely change.
I mean, Complex hit me up. I didn't even know it was you at first. I was like, oh, it's another person trying to talk to me about Egypt. But Complex hit me up a while ago talking about Egypt.
Yeah. Yeah, because I plan on going to Egypt next year, and I just wanted to know some info on it. And then I started seeing with your videos or the content you had. I'm like, oh, she talking about some other stuff. So I thought you were more about like on the conscious level, like that was your emphasis.
Like, I can be a lot of different things, you know.
Right. So then when I started digging in, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, she's like another Aisha, right? I'm like, oh, hell no.
What's
So
the
then,
Aisha?
you can always go to Colombia. Colombia is pretty tight, I heard.
Colombia.
It's like, yeah, a lot of black men go there to exploit the women there.
Oh yeah.
I would say I would recommend like Ghana. I love Ghana. If you guys are ever interested. I know that like it's not very popular
to Black Americans.
What?
Giving out passports to Black Americans, like
yeah, Ghana, obviously Tanzania because I'm really biased and that's my country. Where else? Ethiopia is really nice as well too.
Yeah.
The first place I wanted to go was Egypt and Sudan.
Yeah, definitely go there. But when you go to Egypt, make sure you go to Upper Egypt, like southern Egypt, so you see.
I know because they have it backwards because they live off of the Nile, right? That's how they.
So, and this is the thing. This is how I try to tell people every time they like, no, they weren't black. I'm like, listen, let me tell you, the first Egyptians were 100% black. You know how? Because the Nile starts in Uganda, in Lake Victoria. It starts there, it empties out into the Mediterranean, right? That's why it's called Upper Egypt, because the Nile starts there and it ends in Lower Egypt, which is North Egypt.
Right, they have it opposite. They look at it opposite. Yeah.
Because they go by the current of the Nile.
Because they saw that as life, like that is the beginning and the end.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is, if the Nile starts in Uganda, the first people, I mean, it's easier. Along thousands of years ago, it's a lot easier to travel by water, and especially by the current, right? It's like it don't make no sense to think that they got to Egypt, you know, against the current of the Nile. That don't even make no sense. Like they didn't have the technology to do that. So
and Sudan even has pyramids and all that too.
Of course, it has more pyramids than Egypt, and Sudan has the Blue Nile and the White Nile.
Yeah,
so here's my question: what would be the purpose of you going there? Are you trying to like just for the scenery, or you?
She was out there. She went out there shopping. You heard?
Whatever.
She was looking for a prince. She was looking for a prince.
No, I wasn't looking for nobody. I was.
So you wasn't trying to find love, is what you telling me?
Maya cut her hair like kind of like Britney Spears style. And she went out there. She's like, I just gotta find myself. She did like the Jada Pinkett, and set it off. I'm gonna find myself. And then when she went out there, and then she saw all them dudes like, oh my God, American woman, so beautiful. She was like, oh shit. She started embracing her shit. She's like, fuck it, I'm like an Amber Rose now. I'm like a Halle Berry. And then she started looking for like a prince. I mean,
you gotta tell him I was never looking for nobody. Ruth was living with me in Jordan.
Yeah, me and Maya actually met in Jordan.
Yeah.
You better tell him. You better tell him like I wasn't out here.
Oh, tell us the dirt. Tell us the tea. Spit the tea, yo.
Yeah, there is none.
Tell us about the wild nights. Tell us about the wild nights.
No, we literally met in the middle of the street one day in Jordan because there's not that many Black people there.
Okay, so can y'all tell us like wild nights I had?
Exactly.
We had the craziest nights, but it was more so related.
The girl ran though.
No, not just ran, just a lot of different instances. Remember when like if either one of us had a date, the other one would tag along, and we just ended up in some like really crazy situations.
Oh shit!
Wait.
See, I knew it.
Y'all had dates out there?
Oh yeah,
Every
every single day. And it was
Oh,
really
they
just
had
so funny.
fetishes. I feel like they had fetishes for black women. Like they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're black. You're so beautiful." Like that's. I was
All right,
like,
so let's be real. Let's be real. These dudes were like Middle Eastern looking.
Yeah, they're Arab.
yes,
Okay, so did y'all sleep with them? Just admit it.
Yeah.
What's it called? This is not a conversation for YouTube.
No, we want to know. We want to know.
We want to know, like us here, us here.
listen. This is a public. No,
Okay,
Man,
all right,
it's
all right.
it's
I
late at
understand.
night. It's late
we.
I
at
know,
night. Come
we
on.
haven't grown. We all grown. We grown. Yo,
I
we
mean,
grown, man.
house party.
We grown, man. We grown, man.
So y'all didn't sleep with one of them.
No, but we did have guys giving us apartments and taking us out
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
Just
bro. That's a
doing
year, bro.
what?
That's a year, bro.
So I swear on my life, the guy that housed the guy that housed us didn't touch us.
Nothing. He was so sweet.
You're like, yeah, like,
Actually, he put me up in apartments because I was working for the startup. I was doing translation work. So so there wasn't nothing funny there. He was like, "Look, you gonna work for my startup and you can live for free." And I was like, "Okay." So I
Yeah, I introduced him to her because he like would message me from the day I moved to Jordan every like for months, and then finally he's like, do you need a place to stay and blah blah blah, and he was just like the sweetest guy I've ever met, and he didn't expect anything, at least not as far as I know.
I
So
mean,
y'all didn't. So y'all
guy,
didn't sleep with them at all. At
No.
all.
I
No.
had a boyfriend. So I mean, that's self-explanatory. But
He
Was he?
wasn't the type of person to
He was Arab.
yeah,
His name was Haji.
no.
I'm playing. Let me stop playing. Okay. So what? I mean, what happened with that though? Why didn't that work out?
he was just our friend.
I told you that story, right, Ruth? Oh
Which
God,
one?
it's a tragic story. The one with Fadl.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
feel like
like he was traumatized. Like he was Palestinian. Like he watched the Israelis take everything from him. Like he went crazy one night. Like it was so sad. Like after that he was like, "Nah, it's not safe for me to be around you because he couldn't really like control himself." But he got triggered because there was this Israeli girl trying to argue with him, talking about Palestine isn't like a country and it's not recognized by the most powerful countries in the world. So he just went crazy one night and was like, it was embarrassing.
So you telling me the grass wasn't greener on the other side?
I never said it was greener. I've always predominantly dated black men.
Yeah. She says that she prefers black men, and that she'll probably be alone if there was no man out there for her. Like if it ever came to that point, which I don't believe, but
I mean, I can do bad all by myself. That's the thing. Like, I mean,
right.
yeah, I highly doubt that I won't be able to find a provider black man. Like, I've been with several. Like, I mean, I'll be all right. I'm good.
It's
Right.
a lot of us out there, but y'all be overlooking us.
I mean, all right. So
I would take a nurse all day long before I
all right.
take.
So universe, if you found a man that made just a little bit more than you, right? And how most relationships are, a man that made just a little bit more than you, or a chunk more than you, right? But you had to help out, but just somewhat help out, pitch in. Would that be a problem with you? Would you
Like, what
be mad at that?
you talking about pitching? What percentage?
Like I don't know, like
The tops I'll do is 20. I'll do 20.
20. Okay, so so this is now we're having a real conversation. I mean, because now we're having a real conversation. So you're saying the most you'll put in is 20%.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of other stuff too if children are involved. So I'm not
Okay.
going past that.
Okay.
She is difficult.
Oh,
Oh my
what about
God.
Jerome? So what about you? Like, what would be the most that you would be cool with? What
I
would be
feel
the
I, I feel like it really depends on the woman, man.
Right.
If she can hold her own, like as far as just being feminine
Yeah.
and just showing love, man, then I don't mind doing that. But these women, they just don't do that these days. So I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Bro,
To be honest with you, if it ever got to that point, and that's the woman I love, and I want to have kids with her, then yeah, I don't mind doing that. But someone coming in with that mentality, I don't like. Like,
Exactly.
don't come in with that mentality.
don't
Is an
y'all
exa-
don't y'all come in with the mentality that y'all gonna have sex?
No.
I mean,
Sometimes we don't even want sex.
I'm gonna
Sometimes we
get
just want to get to
So
know
that's
you.
word
a
to
lot,
everything.
you know.
Word to everything. Word to everything. You know when a nigga gets pussy, when he goes on a first date, when that's not even in his intentions, and that's a fact because it's happened to me
Preach.
various times. I don't go in there
Exactly.
thirsty. I go in there just confident, just trying to get to know her, see what she about, and then they just something about them. They like that. Like, oh wow, this nigga not thirsty. Oh wow, he this, he that.
Or maybe they
Bang.
just
Next
want
thing,
some. Not necessarily they like
no,
it, but
but
they're just
listen,
trying to get laid.
Out of all those times that happened, uh, two of those times, it was like a relationship. Two of the times it turned into a relationship.
The
So
first time, the first day you meet,
like
yo,
we'll be speaking whatever, and then we go on a first date. We go on a official date, like go out to eat or whatever, we go out, we have an activity.
so okay, I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
So so
That's
so 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 then, like, if I go right, and let's say we have a meal, right? We have a meal, and I pay for the meal, right? And then she'll ask, "Oh, want me to help you with?" I'm like, just the thought. I like the thought. Just
man.
the thought.
Here's the thing. I don't go on dates not prepared to pay for my own food because you
Right.
don't never know. Like you
Okay.
never know.
Okay. So see, so you're leaving a lot of shit out. I mean, you're
I mean,
leaving a
But
lot
here,
of shit out.
just like having this is making sure I'm okay. Like
Okay.
but are
Okay.
you prepared to pay for his meal? Is the question.
I know
I,
you like
Exact. See,
hold on.
exactly.
Universe. Would you take a man out on a date
for his birthday, of course.
for
His
his
birthday, one
just
day out of the year.
so one random day? You know, like, just a random, just because it's a fucking Tuesday, and it's Taco Tuesday, right? It's Taco Tuesday.
Some random dude,
Taco
No,
Tuesday.
no, not a random
or
dude.
date
A guy you're talking to. A guy you're talking to.
talking to,
Huh? Like,
talking. I would
yeah,
have to be in a committed relationship.
like someone you're just meeting, and you're like, wow, he's a nice guy. You know, like, I'm like, he did something nice for me like a couple weeks ago. Let
Do
me
that.
invite him out. Let
I
me
would
invite him to the bar and get a drink or
I would
something.
do
Or
that as a friend, but if I did that, I don't
okay,
think I could like date him.
okay,
Like
Man, see that's
if
oh
I
my
pay for your
gosh.
food, like you already written off, like nah.
damn,
Hey,
okay,
hey, so universe, you really looking for a provider, huh?
Like I've done that. Like I had this guy, he was trying to date me, and I was just like, no, we just friends. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's on me this time, whatever. And I paid for it, but I'm like, yo, we never doing nothing. Like you a friend. If I pay for your food, like you are a friend. Like you done.
Oh,
Like
wait. Hey, so over food?
no, it's not over food. It's the revolt. It's the role reversal that I can't get with. Like I'll do that for my friends, but
So
I'm
what
not doing that
hey, so what you saying is that's very feminine to you. That's not very masculine, is what you're
super
saying.
feminine. Cause
Oh, okay.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is the thing. If I'm dating somebody and I already know that I need a provider, and the dude can't even provide food for himself, like, it's not even a conscious thing. Like unconsciously, I'm turned off. Like I don't even choose to be turned off. Like it's not even a choice at that point. It's like, yo, all my feminine senses, intuition is like, nah, he can't provide for you, sis. Like this is just a friend. Straight up.
See, I can respect that because you're kind of looking for the provider. You're saying that's what you want. You're you know what I mean? Like that kind of makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just why would I not want one? Like, yo, it's hard out here. It's hard out here as a woman. Like, I mean, even when women get jobs, they have to face like discrimination and like all this shit. It's just like, nah, it's just safer. It don't make no sense. It's just
So universe, can you cook a mean plate?
Good question. Good God.
why is that relevant?
What the fuck?
It's
You
very
mean?
irrelevant.
Can
Come on.
you
Oh, universe, be fair. Universe, be fair. If you telling a man, the minimum he has to put up 80% for the living expenses, at least cook, baby. Like, god damn. Like, can you
Exactly.
cook good?
I mean, I can cook really well, but that's
Ah,
because I like to cook.
Well, what's your best dish? Is what I want to know.
damn.
Oh Lord Jesus.
What's your
That's
go-to dish?
you better not say no
Candy yams.
TV dinner. TV
Who
dinner.
is that? I can't cook. She can't cook. What can you cook? I am Alpha. What you
Who,
talking
me?
about? Sergio is still here.
Universe talking about frozen pizza. That's what she talking about.
Yeah. She said it's not delivery, it's the George. No. She said, baby. She said, baby. She said,
Universe
baby, it's not delivery, it's the genre.
like she like, hey babe, we're gonna Uber Eats tonight. Come on.
What is the man on some cult universe? You done let them infiltrate your channel. I know. This is a mistake. Messing with Cuda was a mistake, but he's been commenting on my stuff for months. Tricked me.
Listen, I didn't come in here. Through that. I came here through Egypt, through the gods.
Yeah, the other one. That's why the other one came in here and started bashing black women immediately. I had to tell him.
I was not bashing black women. God. If you follow me on Facebook, I'm very known on Facebook. I got 20,000 followers on Facebook. I always show women love. That's what I'm known for, showing women love.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, bro. I'll follow. I'll follow you after they take me out of Facebook jail.
So you got different. You in Facebook jail?
Yeah, I'm racist. I be saying racist shit. So.
Oh yeah, they'll get your ass for anything. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm so hurt because I had like a decent following on my Instagram, and like almost a year ago, they just deleted my whole shit. Like,
No.
yeah, I was so mad.
Hey, but let's go back to the subject. Universe, what can you cook? What's your best dish?
I said candy yams.
What?
Yams. Who the hell eats that?
What the fuck am I supposed to eat with that?
What the hell?
You eat it with collard greens, with mac and cheese, with chicken, with ham.
Can you make fried catfish? Like, come on.
I'm not from Louisiana. No, I can't make fried catfish.
All right.
We don't.
Oh my God.
No type of catfish. Maryland.
You said candied yams.
But you want somebody to work for you hard and be a slave. Come on.
I mean, I've had that, so I'm not gonna go backwards. I mean, and they were not a slave. They were happily played their role as protector and provider for me.
Hey, did they cheat though? Hey, did they cheat?
Not to my knowledge, and even if they did, I don't care. Like,
so they was cheating like a motherfucker.
I really don't think the person did.
Universe. All right, so let's say you was with a man for 2 years, right? Let's say you're about to get married, right? Or y'all in the talks of it. Let's say y'all in the talks of it, right? But he's holding you down. Like, he's holding you down. You see him as like, wow, this might be the guy, right? And y'all have talked about it, and you find out he cheated on you. Are you gonna leave him? And we're talking about
it depends what he does to make it up.
Ooh, so like the Vanessa Bryant thing, where Kobe cheated, but then bought her like a $20 million ring or some shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll be all right with it. Like, this is the thing, like, I'm not gonna marry somebody. Like, okay, this is the thing I wanted to say earlier, but I never got the chance to say it. think about it. Marrying for love, the concept of marrying for love is very new to our species. Like people have always married for political alliances, for
Like
financial stability.
in certain countries, they don't. The family marries you before they're even born.
Of
Before you're
course.
born. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So that's one point that we have to keep in mind, right? And that's just a natural survival tendency for human beings as a species. Second thing is, remember how I started to talk about time and how a man can spend like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years with a woman and just like get up and it doesn't affect him like it affects the woman. But you know what? A man that spends money on a woman, he won't think twice. Like a man can leave a woman after 10 years and not think twice about it. But a man who sits there and spends like 50, 100 racks on her, like it's gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, because he invested something.
That's what I'm saying. Money means something to men. Men are naturally very practical. Men are material minded. Men are, they focus on the tangible, the material, the physical, the practical. So if the smart woman, a woman that wants a man to commit will get a man to spend money on her because he's not going to walk away from his investment.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. I understand the concept. But
I don't know if that's like something you should like, because it really depends on the man. If he makes a lot of money, then he really doesn't care. That's just a regular loss. You know what I mean?
Like Moon said, so basically you're trying to see if she's valuable and worthy enough to receive a provider man. She doesn't have anything to prove anyone, sir. She wants what she wants. I mean, I've already had provider men. So, I mean, and I didn't do a whole bunch of cooking either. So there are men out there that's willing to provide without you working as a cook, a cleaner.
I mean, like.
So you saying you offer nothing is what you're telling me?
That's fucked up. That's kind of fucked up for you to think that all men that want to provide. I mean, if they're gonna provide, they want something, a woman that's worthy. So what you mean, like? If a woman is, now, if she's telling me that she's, my
worth is determined by my ability to cook and clean. I mean, if you really believe that, then you have no idea. But it's okay.
But hey, universe. So you're saying, so what about the man? You're basically saying the same thing.
He got what he wanted. He got me.
But you're saying his worth is basically his providing skills.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what
I'm saying. Same thing.
No, that's just I'm not saying that at all. I would never say a man's worth is completely dictated on his ability to provide. That's what I'm just saying. That's what I want. That's it.
But
I mean, she has every right, but
I mean, to another woman, a man's worth could be, I don't know, like his humor. I don't know, whatever they want to be with that man for. Some women marry men because he got quote unquote good hair, some dumbass reasons like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some women stay with men good because he got good dick or whatever. Like, like that's dumb.
Yeah, but that's high school. That's like high school stuff. Like this immaturity. That's immaturity.
In their 30s talking like this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like ain't nobody doing that. I'm not going to stay with someone because he's cute. Like that's dumb.
But see, you kind of killing me though, because you're basically saying like, if a man just wants your food, he wants a good cooked meal, that's a problem. Like if he values for that.
I'm not saying it's a problem.
Okay. No, but you know what it is? Hold on. Jerome, right? You know what it is? She's been able to have these type of dudes around, so that's why she's looking at it like, why the fuck would I go to a guy that wants more from me when I could get a guy?
That's not the exact perspective. The perspective is, why would I be with a guy that just wants me to cook and clean? Like he could just buy a maid. Like he don't gotta have me. Like, if that's
I'm-
all I'm good for, if that's the only thing that y'all asking, y'all not asking about nothing else. Like, I'm just a cooker and a cleaner. Like, I don't have
No,
anything
I
value. Like,
want more,
so
and that's why I have my
all the other
standards.
things a person can be, if she
Hell
can cook,
yeah.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nah, there's plenty of men that are like, nah, like, this is a really interesting person who adds a lot of value to my life. Like, it don't
Right.
got to do with me cooking or
But
cleaning.
what about the guy? What about the guy though? Like, he has to be more than just somebody that pays for your bills. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
preferably. I mean, of course, but I mean, I'm not really banking on that because a lot of men are not. Just a lot of men are trash. Honestly, like I'm not really.
So you're basically saying I don't want to. I'd rather have a trash ass nigga that at least is gonna take care of my ass for wasting my time.
No, he don't got to be
Basically.
trash. He don't got to be trash, but he don't have to be like, oh, I don't have to be head over heels for him to
Right.
stay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he don't got to be no.
But
If
basically you want to choose the lesser of the devils, because like that's what you're saying. Like lesser of the devils, like I like this, like because like Aisha, right, in the video she said, I mean, all men are trash. I'd rather cry in a Corvette than a fucking Honda. You know what I mean?
a bus or a Bentley, which one you gonna cry? I mean, honestly, that's a good
True.
point. I mean,
Yeah.
I hear women say that all the time, like where you want, like men. Like, here's the thing, like the statistics show that 80% of men cheat. So it's like your chances, no matter if he rich or poor, he gonna cheat. So what you would choose, you know, like you gonna cry in a Bentley or cry in a bus? Which one?
Yeah.
But you
Right.
could say the same for us dudes. I'd rather cry with a girl that can cook than somebody that goes to McDonald's every day. Come on.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Hey, well, we got an agreement.
I mean, if
Yeah.
that's most important to you, I mean, it seemed like you easy to please with some food. Like it's easy to cook. I don't know, like
Hell yeah.
I'm not.
But I think
Uh,
most men are like that.
basic. Yeah, that's true. Most men are really simple. I don't know. I mean, most men. I don't know. Like, I have never had a serious boyfriend who was like, um, just worried about food. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never had that before. So that's really foreign to me. Like, I've never had someone prioritize that. It's like it's something I can cook, but it's like I naturally like to be in the kitchen. So it's like I don't know.
I
I feel like
mean, we've been in quarantine, but you gotta look at it this way. We've been in quarantine for like the last month or
no,
two.
I've done way less cooking in quarantine than I
But
have.
a lot of us have. Like they actually did articles. Divorce rates have went up since this quarantine. Because these women can't, they realize these women ain't, you know what I mean? They're not doing anything.
A lot of domestic violence, men are putting their hands on women and stuff.
yo, and a lot of women putting their hands on men.
Yeah. Hey,
Yo, they don't.
y'all
That's
know
something. That's something they
I
don't
don't
talk
support
about.
that at all.
That's something they don't
That's
talk
something.
about. You know.
You know what? Honestly, though, like if you think about the lower testosterones women have, it would take a lot more for a woman to get wild up to hit somebody. Like, you know what I mean? You would
No,
really,
it's not. Oh my God. You tripping. Every
Yeah.
really,
day, let's be
really,
real. Hey,
really. Because I
every
mean,
day on social media.
if I hit a man, it would have to be for a serious
Every, every
thing.
day, every day on social media, what do you see? A fight breaking out. It's a recorded fight of women fighting.
Ooh, Gardenian Moon said, Alpha, I am Alpha. If a man sees her value, he knows that she's worth the investment, so he won't need to ask what she can do for him.
She got to know how to
Yeah.
cook.
Uh, if a man sees a you know.
I don't know. Like, I've just
She got
never been asked that, like, out of my years of dating.
Wait,
Like,
what? What? Wait. If a man sees her value, he won't need to ask what she can do. No, but he's gonna ask in his head. He's gonna ask that. in his head. He's gonna.
Based off, I don't know, like based off of my experience of the men that really, really, it depends on how much a guy likes you. Like if a guy like really, really, really likes you, he ain't worried about all that. He ain't even halfway down there. Like he like, oh, you know, it'd be nice if she could cook, but
yeah, I mean, some girls, getting their ass beat by niggas, and then nigga be like, yo, why won't she leave that abusive relationship? Because he loves me. Because, like, I mean, she really likes him too.
I don't mean to
like,
laugh at that, but that's a damn shame.
but like, she loves him. Like, he loves me. That's what we show.
Oh no. Sometimes they get like, I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit more than that. Sometimes it's like Stockholm syndrome.
Right.
Like, you know, if sometimes it's like, I'm gonna beat your ass if you tell your family. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm
Damn,
pretty
I ain't never. Damn, all the girls that I got with, they're a little tougher than that. They be like, nigga, yeah, all right. Like, they're a little tougher than that. I don't know. I don't like dealing with weak women, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a turnoff. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I need somebody.
I need a woman with backbone. So something that I could
Exactly.
what I can respect from Universe, she has her mentality and she's not folding. So she has backbone. So
it's
I want.
standard. It's just a standard.
Right.
It's
Standards, right. Like even like a man like Trump, I respect Trump because he has backbone. He stands for what he wants. And I could respect that from him. He's not a he's not a B word. I mean,
exactly.
so
And that's
I
why
might not.
that's why he gets his voters.
Right. So I may not exactly like what he has to say or the way he looks, but he's a leader. That I could really say that he's a leader. So I mean, at the end of the day, that's what women are looking for. They're looking for a leader. That I feel like women are looking for someone that's got it no matter what. Like, oh, I know I could turn to him. That's what women are looking for, I guess. I mean,
yeah. So I don't know. I can't speak for all women, but I think the majority are kind of just like, yeah, they just need somebody reliable, dependable, stable,
and pays at least 80% of the bills. and he's okay with a TV dinner.
Exactly. He got to get a frozen pizza.
Listen, y'all.
He got to get a frozen pizza.
Y'all gonna be able to find a woman that will pay half the bills. Y'all.
See, now she's taking the extreme.
Oh man,
it's true.
Hey, man. Oh my God.
You are gonna be able to find that.
No. Listen, man. Stop being like that. She wants us to find. She's basically saying that we're not man enough. That's what she's saying.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that I'm not here to tell you what you should want. I'm just here to tell you that I want this, and a lot of Black women want this because we've never been able to have it, particularly my generation.
Hey, Universe, ain't nothing wrong with 50-50. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's you. You know, I'm sure you can find it. A lot of women are out here doing 50-50.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd say the majority are. So the odds are definitely in your favor, 100%.
Shit, these women are doing 90-10 these days.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But do you want a woman like that? And the thing is, it's like you might say, yeah, I want a woman like that, but later on, that male ego gonna be like, yo, what you doing? So, hey, you'll learn.
Hey, as long as she can make some good chicken, I'm cool with it.
Yo, that's funny.
Oh Lord, who is this? See what you did, Complex.
What?
Look at this.
This is true. The Trump is thing. I mean, people are overcharging him when he says something they can't run and make it. Yeah, that's. I mean, I feel like people should be a little bit more neutral when it comes to politics. They always want to take a side. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say this man is corrupt as hell. Like he the most corrupt. I don't know.
I mean, all of them were all the most corrupt. So
I don't think he's really that. I don't think he's really that corrupt though. I don't feel that from him.
Ooh.
I think he stands by what he means, man. He
Y'all
just
don't watch
wants.
those? Oh no.
I mean, y'all
Y'all
didn't
don't watch
think
those press conferences?
Obama was corrupt?
They all are corrupt to a degree, but this is just kind of like, whoa, this is like on another level. This is like we might as well be in Uganda corrupt. Like we might as well be in Congo corrupt. Hold on. Trump lost me when he suggested people drink Lysol. Ah,
Trump lost me when he suggested people drink Lysol.
Nah, come on, man. Yo, people misinterpreted what he meant though.
Yeah. That
People
was out of
misinterpreted.
context. That was out of context.
I don't.
That was definitely out of context.
People got to use their brains sometimes, man.
Hey, nobody was complaining when he sent out that stimulus check, though.
So I mean, you know where they get that money from, right? They get it from taxing us, right? So it's
right. Yo, I got so mad when people on Facebook saying, I'm like, oh yeah, my president said that I fuck with him now. Like, come on, you fucking coon. I mean, you effing coon. Like, you know what I mean? Now you love him. Like, that goes to show they'll do anything for $40, man.
I mean, I know for real, they ain't nothing. Like, that's a little change. Like, come on.
But I think that's the problem with us black people, though. We really don't know politics, to be honest with you.
And
we don't understand the game from it.
You know why though? Because I see it like this. Capitalism is the law of the land. It's like the religion of the world, right? Of America at the very least. Like, we love to say that we're a Christian country, but we're really a capitalist country. Okay? Capitalism started with selling black bodies across the Atlantic Ocean. It's going to be really hard to go from being the owned to being an owner. Like, making that transition is difficult, especially when we don't have a lot of people in our lineage who were successful capitalists, right? It's just a really hard jump to make. So a lot of us struggle with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you really think about it, we don't really have the numbers to really do that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we don't understand that game.
It's true. I Am Alpha said in NYC, people were contacting the Poison Control Center to determine if that was a viable method to get COVID-19. Oh my God.
Oh Lord, they're trying to get your channel flagged. Get out of there.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Get out of there.
Listen, I gotta go to bed. I didn't even go to sleep.
Wait. So you're not working? You got somebody already?
No, I work.
Or you all also, as long as you're working, that means you got a man. Or you don't got a man.
Exactly.
That's why she mad. She ain't got a man. She got to work.
So then,
I mean, this is very recent though.
She be like, what you a 50-50 nigga? You a 60-40? You a 60-40 nigga? Ew, you a 60-40 nigga? Ew.
Hey, Universe, don't trip. I'm gonna send you $200, man. I'm gonna show you love.
She calling your bluff, bro.
I'm gonna send you $200. You know.
Okay, you know this is recorded. I'm gonna play this clip back.
Look.
At 2 hours, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Jerome White said he gonna say.
Just don't be playing it on DJ Kuda's.
No, I'm not gonna tell.
No, I ain't gonna front, yo. As soon as you said 200, she did get a little bit more girly. Her feminine side started coming out.
See? She about to cook me a meal. See?
yo. She about to rub yo for $350. Yo, for $350, bro. She'll be like, "Come here, daddy. I'm gonna rub your feet."
Nah, that's not.
Anyway. No funny shit. Universe, you ever thought of being a stripper, like ever?
Why? Do you think about being a stripper sometimes?
Do I feel like becoming that?
Yeah.
Nah, because I feel like there's only money in it if it was like if you're like gay and gay for pay. I'm not that, so
I see what you're saying. I mean,
did you really ask him that?
I don't know. Like, he asked me, why can I ask him? I don't know. Like, I don't know if it would be.
Oh, you mean equality?
No, I don't know if it would be worth it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I would have to go
Hey,
through training.
hey,
I
what
would
about
through
what
training.
about OnlyFans? Universe, what about OnlyFans?
I don't know if I wouldn't. I wouldn't show my face. I would never show my
No,
face.
do feet pics. Do feet pics.
Oh my gosh. I actually, you know what? I had a plan to do a feet peel video. I'll do that.
Man, she gonna be like Boomerang. Niggas gonna be like, no.
Oh, you saying Universe got rough feet?
Look, somebody said I want to provide for you, Universe Trip. See, look, it's not hard.
Yeah, that. Watch out.
See, man, you be oh man, I see what you doing, Universe. I see what you doing.
I'm not, I don't know why y'all coming here arguing me. Listen, Complex been on my channel arguing with me every video, arguing. Now you want to argue with me. Dudes is like, nah, I got you. Don't worry about these dudes. Like, there are dudes that are the opposite.
The simp vibe is on 100. I feel it.
Whatever.
That's all I'm saying.
Whatever.
Universe, do you believe in one night stands, or have you? What last time you had a one night stand?
That question is inappropriate.
Okay.
What? We can't know that? Come on. It's late at night.
It's late at night. This is a public video.
Okay.
Come on. We can't know the last time. Just give us one.
Nah,
bro.
Her potential. You know what it is? Her potential provider probably has access to the channel, so
yeah,
she got to
right.
behave. She got to behave.
The 87-year-old
Vegeta,
white man.
Vegeta don't want so much. Vegeta is getting ready to provide for me since I just broke up with somebody.
Yeah.
My last one.
Man, whatever.
So. Oh, wait a minute. Gardenia Moon said, "What's your definition of a simp?"
You, if you asking.
No, another person. This is not.
Yo.
No, listen, I really don't think you guys understand what a simp is. Like, a provider man who can actually provide is not a simp. A man who spends his whole check on somebody's rent and then can't pay his own rent is a simp. You get what I'm saying?
I think they are related, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Yeah. They are related.
And then Gardenia's Moon says, "I'm a woman with the F."
Oh, damn. Woo. She's trying to suck your toes off.
So, Universe, do you want children? only with the right man, Chronicles of Marceline. Only with the right man. I'd be damned if I have some deadbeat niggas' children. I'd be damned.
Hey,
I not have nothing.
Hey, that nigga going straight on child support if he fucking with you. If he gets you pregnant, he going straight on child support.
Yo, shit. Yo, she gonna be like, cha-ching.
So Attica says only black men use the term simp. Every other man knows providing is a part of manhood. It is sad. Yes, Attica.
That's a real man.
Yes.
Hey, I gotta answer to that. Look at MGTOW. MGTOW, they created simp.
No.
MGTOW created simp.
Attica, if you want to hop on, the link is right there. You want to say hey, you can come on.
Let her come. I'm gonna roast her ass. Tell her come on.
You will get black. You will get blocked before you roast another one.
Only black men use the term simp. Every other man knows providing is part of manhood. It is sad. Also, so they're saying that white men doesn't use that. They don't. Yeah. That's incredible.
They don't use it.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't
That's
use
incredible.
They don't use it in the same way. Only black men use it in a way where it means that.
What it means finance?
No, yeah,
oh
black.
My God.
Black men use it if a man pay a woman's bill.
That's not true at all. I need y'all to go.
Okay. All right. So don't you think a man that goes to the strip club, don't you think he's a simp?
No.
What?
Have you? You've never been to the strip club? None of y'all.
I mean, I'm a man, of course. I've been there before, but if we talking about like if you go one time for an experience, but we talking about like a frequent thing, like you go like and you paying prostitutes for sex all the time, like
Hey,
I don't know. That's not like some man shit. I feel like that's some simp shit. Like
hey,
you,
hey, Complex. I got something
yeah,
better. Okay, let's say a man takes care of a woman with 3 kids and none of the kids is his.
damn,
Hello.
bro. I mean, her chicken must be real good. That's some good
That.
ass.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's
some good
simping
ass
though.
pumpkin pie.
Ain't that
Y'all
simping?
say that. Y'all say that, but if y'all really liked a woman and she was everything to you, whatever, and you
Them
find,
little 3 rascals ain't worth it.
oh my god, right? You're
I mean,
not right. Listen, oh my gosh,
you,
I man,
you know what it is, man. I think when it's easy, when in your life when you had it good with the woman, when you had your way with good looking women, it's kind of you want more from a woman that just she over there like, oh yeah, I want you to come through and you got to pay all the bills, and maybe I could cook, maybe I could do this, maybe I could, like, come on, man.
it'll never be like that. That's not how it happens.
Like
Hey, my
I had my
man.
way with the
Hey,
women, man. So I don't know, man.
That's not how it
it's,
happens. If a woman gets you to provide for her, it's not because she was like up front, you gotta pay all my bills. Like that is not how it happens.
even with 3 kids, so that's still simping.
That's simping, bro.
Hey, my man said, "Say no to single moms."
Oh my gosh. I
Oh
just
Shit.
gotta say, listen, we gotta go. Listen, we gotta go. Okay, thank you for your time. Complex, you
All
gotta.
right, huh?
All
Yo,
right.
we gotta have an interview soon, man. We gotta have that interview soon.
Okay, about your experience.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm trying to build my little YouTube up, man.
definitely. You need to get StreamYard so we can do something here. Oh yeah, I watched your video.
Okay.
And I saw that I inspired your
Which
content.
one?
I don't know the last one. I can't remember. Like you were calling the guy a coon because he was saying all black
Uh,
women want thugs.
yeah. Oh yeah. That was foul that he was doing that. So I do Steph is cold.
Yeah, well,
Jerome.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
yeah. Now,
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, Steph is you know Steph is cold.
yeah. I recognize him.
Man, he said some shit and he was trying to make it seem like only black women like. I mean, all women like a guy that the little bad boy in him. He doesn't necessarily have to be a gangster, robbing banks and shit, but that little like persona that that he's gonna protect you if something happens, or got that little swagger about him. Every woman likes that. Every woman likes that.
Yeah.
So he's trying. Black woman wouldn't date nerdy guys. That's almost every woman wouldn't date a nerdy guy.
Yeah,
So I
I
mean,
agree
so
with that.
most women they want a little select few guys, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like the elite dudes, if you know what I'm saying.
I agree with that. It's
wait,
not
Yeah.
just black
are you
women.
saying
I
nerds are elite?
no. I'm saying as far as most women, they like the guy. In my eyes, elite guys are like a guy that probably he has a bunch of money, he's lacking other shit, but he has a bunch of money that compensates for it. Or a guy that like, he's good looking and he has a nice amount of money and he's probably intelligent. So things like that. Or then you got those guys that really good with women. So these are like top dudes, right? That have a lot of qualities women love. And so these are the elite guys. And then you got the rest of the dudes where they don't know how to deal with women, or they haven't got to the phase yet where they have that self-love, because what people don't realize is when you love yourself, when you have self-love, confidence, and you take care of yourself, you admit that, and people see it, and that's very attractive, man or
I
woman. When
I
you're a
agree with
man or a
that.
woman,
I agree with that. I think the problem is a lot of these dudes on here, they only think black women only want that type of stuff.
yeah, nah,
Like they,
that's all women.
yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
all.
It's all women, all
Right.
women.
I like nerds too.
Yeah, because you don't care about the other shit. You really care about the money, and of course, I get it.
Nerds,
Right.
I mean, nerds are smart. Actually, okay, here are my top priorities. Number one is kindness. Like I won't date somebody with money. Okay, he can have all the money in the world, but if he's not a kind person, there's no point. And number two is intelligence, because it's like I have to learn from you. So, I really cannot stay interested in a man who's not smart. Like I can't. It's
Right.
impossible. So, I mean, even if someone had a bunch of money but they didn't have those two other things, like I'd be like, yo, I can't. I've
Hey,
tried to talk to dumb guys, and I'm like, yo, I have to get
Yo,
out.
what about horrible sex?
yeah, that's a good one.
Horrible sex, or
Horrible.
very small penis. That's not
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
I don't
sex isn't everything, but we're humans, man. Like we gotta.
not everything, but honestly,
It's key.
it's not for me, and not for a lot of women. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
okay.
see, that's what I'm saying.
You
not.
know what
I
it
mean,
is, bro. You know what it is, bro. Because
okay,
they weren't fortunate enough to experience good D. So I could understand that.
that's not true. It's just
'Cause-
overrated. Like that is
Yeah,
not.
sex is overrated, but I
No,
mean,
trust.
So,
Like no, trust me.
it's magical. Sex is
No,
so
magical.
universe,
I mean,
so
it's more
universe.
akin to men though.
Let
But
let's say the dude had like he provided. He was a great guy.
You connect with somebody you love.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's say he was a great guy, but his sex was horrible. He provided, but his sex was horrible. You still date him?
yep, absolutely. Because that can get better. Like we can go to, we can work on that. That's something you can fix.
Oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? What if he made a lot of money, right? And he was a great guy to you and everything, smart, but his thing didn't really work like that, right? So so then he was like, yo, I know this guy. I mean, he's big, strong guy, he's athletic, and he know how to put this work in the bed. Would you have sex with that other guy, and even though your boyfriend is taking like
Listen,
a cuckold, like a cuck? Would you do that?
I can't even think that far. And the fact that you're thinking like this is really weird. I think you need to go to like who's thinking about this?
Yo,
That's some gay
this
ass
is
shit.
yo, dude, this is real shit. This cucks.
Hey, nah. I got a better one, y'all. So
This
No,
cucks.
I seen it on the Shade Room.
This is
Let's say he was a good guy, right? He provided and all that, but his breath stank and he barely got any teeth. Would you still date him?
ooh, that's a little harder.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't think I could, honestly. I would put up with bad sex before I put up with somebody with no teeth. I mean, unless
what about
he can get some dentures though. I mean, he get some dentures, get some lice. What's that stuff called? Some mouthwash. I don't know. Listerine, some
You
dentures.
better fix that nigga up.
I mean, I would. I mean, in that case, I'd be like, okay, sweetie, let's go to
how tall are you, Universe?
How tall are you, Complex?
Oh my, here we go. I'm taller than you.
Well, I'm 5'11".
I'm
I'm
6 foot.
5'11".
I'm 6 foot.
I'm 6'1".
Whatever. You
Damn,
ain't-
y'all 6 foot?
It's like I'm joking. I'm 5'5".
Nah, I'm joking. I'm 5'10", 5'11".
Hey, but you know what? You know what kills me though? They try to say black women and Asian men need to be together.
Yeah.
But the average black woman doesn't like short men. So how the hell is that gonna work?
Yeah.
Sure. I go to school a lot of Asian, and some of them be looking good. Some of them are tall. I don't know,
I
like
think
Yao Ming, that Chinese guy, he tall as hell, and then some of them are really tall.
Nah. He wasn't tall. That dude was a giant. He was a freak of nature. He was
Yeah,
like
it's like
7'5". He was a freak of
it's
nature.
it's like rare though. Most of them are
Yeah,
short.
yeah.
yeah. I don't know if
I
most
mean,
of
if we talking about like Genghis Khan and all them dudes, them dudes were different. The Mongoloids and all that,
mm,
Mongolian people.
mm-hmm.
But nah. So you 5'5". All right. So would you date a dude? What about like a real short dude, like 5'1", 5 feet? But he taking care of you though. He taking care of you. He taking care of you.
I can handle it. I think I can do it. Somebody like that.
You can handle it.
Yeah, it's a
But then
lot
See,
of
yo,
you
that.
I think I figured out universe though. Universe, you just want a provider, huh?
I mean,
pretty much.
sometimes that's what we look. I mean, God is taking on here. I mean, and she was talking to us. She was like, "Listen, it's not. We're not asking for a lot. Y'all the ones asking for everything. Like we literally all we asking for is stability."
Yo, she didn't answer. Yo, she didn't answer the cuck question. She took a cuck.
Hey,
You the
that cut question was kind of gay though, man. I can't even hold you.
nigga. How is nigga that? Yo, that's like apparently a trending thing.
It is though.
Listen,
It
okay,
really is.
look. We got. I gotta go. I gotta go. We not.
Oh.
We talk later, but it's been over 3 hours.
Dude, I gotta go to work now. This is some bullshit. I'm about to.
Yo,
I'm about,
just do StreamYard and we can do an interview later. But
all right,
Jerome,
I'm making a count. I'm
I'm
making
looking
a
for
count.
that grocery money.
Yeah. I know.
All right. We'll see.
All
Oh,
right, y'all. Y'all be good though.
wait, hold on. One last thing. This other dude, right? He sent you the other day. This dude send you like $40 the other day?
No, it was less than that, but somebody
Oh,
sent it.
Wait,
yep,
universe. Somebody sent you some money?
yep.
Yeah, it's normal. They send super chats and stuff.
That. You don't think that's some simp shit?
Oh my god.
See, universe, man, you be playing. You run a game, yo.
No, I'm not. He sent me $15. So what? Like 15. What I'm gonna do with that? Buy all day? Like I don't know.
You probably gonna buy some
You gonna
gas and
get
go see some other nigga.
yeah, man, that's fucked up.
You stupid. No, I'm not seeing nobody. I'm home working.
Universe, I think you playing all of us, man. You messed up. See?
Why do you think I'm because someone sent me $15? I messed up.
Yep. You was supposed to be my future wife. You was supposed to be my future wife, man.
That's what the other nigga said too. That's why he sent me $15. But that's
Yo,
not a
but
good payment.
yeah, she laughing the whole time because this nigga sending her 200.
He
See,
didn't say
man.
anything. He probably not gonna send nothing.
Cause you cold, man. You playing all of us. I feel played.
Yo, this is one thing I don't understand. This is something I really don't understand. I've never listen. I don't have no prior relationships with nobody on YouTube. I've never met anybody on YouTube in person. Why do you feel like you can lay claim on me? You haven't even invested. At least
you're not even the highest bidder, bro. What is this?
I didn't even find you. Well, I did.
It's not about being the highest bidder. It's really not. It's like why lay claim? But here's the thing, like this happened to me before. Like I went to a fucking nerd computing conference. I had a research poster up. People come to my poster, ask me questions. Somebody want to talk to me, and then some dude that I don't even that went up to my poster once, all upset, talking about he still played. Like nigga, I don't know you. Why do you feel like you can lay claim when we don't know each other? You not played.
I mean, I feel like I feel like if somebody is investing in you,
$15.
yeah, man, shit.
You know what? Ridiculous.
Oh man.
He was
I guess I'll
not.
catch y'all
He
later
said
then.
he did it for fun. He said, "Let me throw you some change. This is what I do. I do this for fun." That's what he said.
Man, universities, yo, go get to work, man. Go find that millionaire.
You know what? I'm good for right now. I'm not really looking for nobody. I need a break. I do need to work and just, make my own bread.
Universe trying to be a player. That's what she's trying to be.
I'm really not though. I don't got time like that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to grow my channel. That's it. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to help other people grow too. Cause
Hey, I was gonna say that. Hey, I was gonna say that your channel got what, 4,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
You definitely big. That's
No,
that's pretty big.
that ain't nothing. For real.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big for YouTube. I
That,
can't
I mean,
lie.
yeah, that is decent though. But you gotta remember, she a woman, so it's hard for a nigga to get on. I
Yeah.
mean, it's,
Hey, unless
huh?
you doing the Derek Jackson stuff, it's real hard.
Right.
Yeah. DJ Kuda, okay, let me tell you, DJ Kuda got almost 2,000, right? I got over twice as much as he got, but he has a lot more engagement. So it's not always about the numbers, right?
Well, he's in the but you got to understand, DJ Kuda's in the Manosphere. The Manosphere is actually, they did an article for the Manosphere. The Manosphere is about to be worth about $3 million soon.
Yeah, but you know what it is though. Let's be real, bro. A lot of them dudes that's in there and that shit, they're a lot of like weak dudes. Like if you get what I'm saying.
Hey! I can't let you say it's weak dudes, man.
I say like a lot of them like they actually hate women because they always get
No,
cheated on.
nah. DJ Kuda don't hate women, man. He showed all
Well,
women
I'm not
love.
speaking on him. I'm not speaking on him. I'm speaking about the audience.
Yeah, I feel like honestly,
Yeah.
Jerome, I feel like the audience really hates women. Like I got on there and everybody was so angry. Like they didn't even know me. I didn't never say nothing to nobody, and they was calling me a bitch and a hoe. Like, for
Well,
what?
let me tell
That's
you
what
where we all from. We all come from under Tommy Sotomayor. Like the Manosphere is
I don't
basically
like him.
I
the
don't
little
like.
brother.
He's trash, yo.
But did y'all hear what I said though? The Manosphere is soon to be worth $3 million. So it's a lot of money in it. It's a lot of money in it.
I mean, because like, how much can you actually hate women though? Like, I mean, how much can you hate evil women or the evil shit they do? But for actually to hate women, bro, that's OD, man.
I think that's the thing though. I think a lot of dudes, because it okay, so it originally comes from MGTOW, the
Right,
white dudes. The white
right,
dudes are the incels, they're the ones that hate women.
right.
A lot of black dudes really don't hate women. They just really kind of messed up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not a hate. They just can't get the good woman they want.
Right.
So it's not
Right.
really like that, man. You just come over, man. Check us out.
I will. But I just feel like I follow Kuda, but I just feel like dudes they gotta stop focusing on women so much.
Yep. Yeah, I
That, that,
agree
that
with that. I think the conversation does have to go to something else as far as like what's his name? What's y'all guy name? What, AMS? Whatever.
AMS, yeah,
Yeah. Like a lot of dudes do need to focus on building themselves up.
right. In every aspect, physical, mental, all that.
Yep. I think
To the
that's the
point
next.
where the women is gonna be easy. I mean, that's
Yep.
not, man. That way, you're gonna have this certain mentality where you're like, I mean, you just
Yeah,
going through.
I
I
agree with
mean,
that. Yeah,
going through a lot
that
of them.
makes a lot of sense.
I mean,
Hey,
but
but
like,
also we got women in the manosphere as well. Sister
or
George, she just dropped her channel. She had about what, 200 people, almost 300 people on one of her lives just earlier today.
Whoa,
So
that's
the
a
women, yeah, the women are there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. DJ Kuda is a good person. If you get on his panels, you definitely gonna learn a lot.
yeah, he's fair too. He's fair when he, he's not disrespectful or nothing.
Yeah, I agree. That's the only way I could handle any of that. Like,
Yeah, definitely get on them panels, man. Sister George,
Yeah,
Jessica X.
I'm gonna go up on there. I'm gonna go up there.
just let me know what you think when you come back.
All right, y'all. Well, I guess
Yeah.
I'll check y'all out, man. I'm about to call it tonight.
Good morning. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
See ya.
Time to warm up the car.